Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight on another episode of our monthly Pin Talk with, the Sisketears. We have both Mary and Tony here. And we have Cameron over at, DayTrippingDisney. And we have, of course, the fabulous Lora and Jody from the Jody and Lora Life.
Your cash is in the mail for that. Thanks, Melissa.
But oh my gosh, I feel like there's so much to talk about. I mean, not only pins, but just Shop Disney, lunch flights, Disney parks, Disney resorts. I mean, there's so much.
Yeah. A lot going on right now.
Oh yeah, but first, how's everyone's weekend going? Has anyone do anything today?
We did. We were in Vero Beach, Disney Vacation Club, for our 27th wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. It was so nice. We went on Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
Left Thursday. And then Friday. And what's really cool about that resort is it's all inclusive.
Ooh.
So you have the Mickey-shaped pool on one side.
Okay.
And then you walk across the boardwalk, this tiny little strip. And then the beach is on the other side. So when we're like eating, for example, we're literally on the balcony looking into, can see the ocean. And the sea turtles right now were nesting. So they have the little places set up on the beach for them so nobody disturbs them.
Yeah, because they know where they're going to nest. Or they know where the nests are. So what they do is they go and they mark off the nests. And then they'll go out in the morning or whenever they're going to hatch. And they make sure that the hatchlings can get to the water.
And what's really cool, we just found out from somebody there that what they do for the ones that kind of are left behind, I guess he said.
Or the ones that don't make it out of the sand.
They end up putting them in a place that takes care of them. And then they'll release them. Yeah. We saw that a couple of years ago with my middle one. She and I saw the baby turtle come out of the nest at night and went into the water, and everyone was kind of making a little path for the baby turtle without touching it.
Aww.
And it was amazing. Yeah, so it's a really, really nice place. And it's Disney, so you have pin trading there where they have it and all of that. But we can talk about that after you get to
it. Yeah, we'll definitely want to talk about that because I kind of want to know more about that because I've never been. But
oh man,
it's only 2 hours from us too.
Yeah, it's 2 hours from us.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where
Cameron should go because she's not that far.
I know, she's actually much closer than we are.
Yeah.
But once we finally did it, I was like, this place is the best because you get the taste of Disney, but it's so chilled out. There's nothing to do but just hang out.
Oh, that's awesome.
It has a Peter Pan mini putt-putt golf, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I definitely want to go there.
Yes, you should. It's awesome.
And there's so many things to do, though. There's things for kids of all ages to do. It really just... it's my favorite resort.
We did a wine paint. I
painted a wine glass.
Yeah, for $12.
Yeah,
wow.
It's not bad.
Yeah, everything else is very inexpensive overall, and man, what a great time, it really is. And SpongeBob had an adventure down a water slide, so be on the lookout for that.
SpongeBob.
Not SpongeBob, sorry.
SpongeBob.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
We know what you mean. We know what you mean.
Bob's Big Boy.
Yeah, definitely. So Cameron, it's kind of linked to you because I know you love Peter Pan. How's your weekend going? Do you do anything today?
We did yard work, which is always fun, and we took a wall. What am I saying? We took a walk.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to get out there and get active, and that's really it. We watched Hercules, did laundry, just typical weekend stuff.
Yeah. How about you, Tony? Did you do anything today? Anything going on this weekend?
Yeah, so I did a little shopping around today. Mary joined me for half of it. So we we had some fun shopping around in some stores and finding interesting things. So
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. That's pretty much it. So.
Any Disney shopping today?
Yes, I went to box lunch today.
Ooh.
So, yeah, so I got some stuff. That was fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did.
How about you, Mary? So we did some shopping today too.
Well, I work on Saturdays, so I had to go to work. And then when I got off work, I met Tony at. You guys know what Ollie's is?
There's some place down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. So we met Tony. I met Tony at Ollie's, and you asked about Disney shopping. And it just happens to be sitting here, so I'm going to show you. This is what we got for Cameron and her daughter.
Oh, that's so cute. Let me actually put you full screen so everybody can see.
Oh, look
And
at that.
so-
How cute.
And it's got
So cute.
like different things to do.
Judy Hops, I love it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
have, like, So many ideas for crafting. I love it. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
So it's got 100 Disney crafts and activities.
Wow. That is very cool.
Hey, Dan.
We grabbed that for her, and then that's it. And then came home, and I took a walk with Cameron on Marco Polo.
I know. I still haven't tried Marco Polo. So is it kind of like FaceTime?
Yeah,
It's not
except
live.
It's not live.
Okay.
So you can send a message, and the other person can watch it whenever they want to. Tony and I use it a lot as well.
It's kind of like a video walkie-talkie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like you can like say something and then they can respond and that sort of thing. But it's a video instead of like just audio.
okay. So is it kind of like because I do a lot of like the audio messages, like when you do like audio instead of like texting. Is it kind of like that, but just you can actually see the person?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm.
I sent you an invite.
I don't know whether you're gonna send me another one. I gotta try it. So I have to download the app, right?
Yeah.
It's an app.
Okay.
It's enough.
When we first started the channel, we were using it because we weren't together all the time. Obviously, we don't live in the same house.
Yeah.
So we were using it to like collaborate with each other about video ideas and stuff like that. So it actually worked out really well. And now I just use it to chat.
That's awesome. I'll definitely have to check it out because I do a lot of like the voice one, but it'd be cool to also see the person. Kind of like FaceTime. But you know, let's start talking pins and stuff like that. So what do you guys think about what's going on with the Minnie Mouse Main Attraction? I mean, I feel like we look forward to this every month. Third Saturday, and then I mean it's Peter Pan this month. It's your month, Cameron.
I know. And they're so beautiful too. I'm so jealous of everyone in the UK right now who had got it.
Oh my gosh. Like I was telling Mary when we were backstage and Tony. So I it's a 5-hour difference. Well, you two from the UK, so like they're 5 hours ahead. So their release was at 8:00 because theirs drop on the 18th of every month. So at 3 a.m. I woke up ready to get on Shop Disney UK, and the website crashed. Like it wasn't working, it wasn't loading, and I just kept on trying. And I finally had my pins in my bag, and I went to check out and not shipping to the US.
Oh man.
And I was just like, no. So I booked up at 3 a.m. for nothing, and I was trying for a half hour. So I was awake, and so then it took me some time to again fall back asleep again. But I know I was so like bummed about that, like because typically you can get stuff from Shop Disney UK if you live in the US. So I thought that maybe, hey, I'm going to pay a little more, but
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Especially since we don't have like a date or anything for ours. And it's just like, why? Like what's holding it up,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the releases have been like pushed back because of the, everything that's going on with like the pandemic and just like, I guess the different manufacturers and things like that. So a lot of stuff kind of got pushed back, and I don't know, but I have no idea when they're going to release it. But if you go on the website, it just says that Minnie's on vacation,
Yeah. It's
And
like they're holding off on the release until the park's open. Something like
Yeah,
that.
but-
So it'll be a park
But
release.
none of the other months were like that. Like March
I
and
know.
April were both fine.
Yeah, and they said they weren't going to have these in the parks.
Well,
I
yeah,
did
it doesn't
hear
make
that.
any sense.
They already came out and said they weren't going to have any limited release or limited edition pins in the parks when the park's open.
Yeah, I know.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't make any sense that everywhere but the U.S. is getting these pins.
I agree.
know.
Very weird.
Like,
Getting punished.
why? We're not the bot problem.
Thank you.
UK is the bot problem.
It is
Like-
very true.
I know that I kept on seeing a lot of like posts about like people in Europe being like, hey, like it's not fair because I guess their shop Disney doesn't get as many like items as our shop Disney. So they were already kind of limited on the stuff they get. So I did see in different groups and just Facebook pages that people were like, well, you shouldn't let the people from the US, you know, get the items because they're already so limited. So I don't know if that kind of influenced Disney's decision just to make it solely for Europe for that shop Disney UK release. But I definitely wanted those pins. I keep on seeing pictures that people are just getting their pins in the UK.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
They
They're
are
so
pretty.
They are, and I don't even collect Peter Pan, but they're so pretty.
So Dan said he was desperate for the pins. So Dan, did you not get them? Oh,
you can get
Oh,
it. Yeah, sold out in a second.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
sold
so
out in
sad.
a second.
I know.
that's so sad.
I know. I feel like in the UK, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but it's typically the pins and is it the bags that sell out right away? I don't correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. Let me see. We currently have 6 items on our Shop Disney store in the UK, and half of them are overpriced jumbos. I agree. I did buy one of those overpriced jumbos last year. It was the most expensive pin ever, with like, you know, shipping and all that. And it took like 3 weeks to get here, and fun times. Yeah. And what about the Disney Castle collection? That's another one.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
that one's
what
gonna be fun.
happened? They released one and then they just quit.
I
Like, it just
know.
stopped.
Like,
And
it
then
was,
everybody in the world got it except for us.
I know. Like, it was supposed to be released, I think like every other month. And it got released in the UK and we didn't get it. And I didn't try for the UK because I figured, okay, the UK gets it first. We're going to get it right after. So no panic. And then no release in the US. And I'm like, oh, like,
Were you on that day trying to get it, even though it wasn't showing up?
no, I thought about it, but I didn't. I was just like, I'll just wait. And, you know, for the US release, it should be any day now. And then
No,
now
I mean
didn't.
I mean the US.
Oh. So there was a rumor that the Disney Castle collection was going to be released, I think, June 6th or something, like the first Saturday of the month.
Yeah, something
And-
like that.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, I was waiting. I was like, maybe it's going to be like a surprise. They're not going to announce it, maybe just to avoid, you know, having people use their bots for it. But yeah, and then I waited and it never came.
Yeah. I was trying to get it that day too, and it wasn't there.
I know. Hey, Kathleen.
Very weird, though. Very weird the way Disney's distributing things or not distributing things. But the thing that's really weird about it is that there's no information for anyone. It's just things are popping up in UK or Europe, and they disappear instantly, and the US is just left hanging, right?
I know.
So
like,
very weird.
it's a pandemic.
Pandemic.
I know.
I am
Pandemic.
tired.
Oh, Laura.
Just let it
There
go.
it is.
Just let it go.
I think that was brilliant.
So
Uh,
Cherie's probably right. She says maybe quality control was so bad on the first one that they figured they'd better fix it. And she's right. I have one right back. I don't know what side it's on. This one. I have one back there.
I can't
And
even say.
I can. Let me see.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you full screen. All right.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's there.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
The hinges are bad on those pins.
I heard that too.
Yeah, a lot of
And
people.
how much are those pins? The ones with the hinges, the castle ones. How much
30
are
bucks,
they?
right?
34.
I think $29.99, right?
$29.99.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. It's been so long since I bought
I
one.
know. I think they came out April 4, I
Burn.
think. Yeah,
That's
but like yeah, all those pins, it brings me to my next point. Like, it's just how they ship these pins, which brings me to Cameron's video today. You know,
My rant.
yes. I mean,
Well, it didn't end there either. Yesterday I received my cereal box pin, and it was also damaged. The dangle element at the bottom was broken off.
Wow.
So I was like, I didn't make a video of that today because I was just too infuriated. But yeah, like no paper or like no bubble wrap, no like air bubble at least. Like sometimes when I get them in, they have a one of those packages of airs, like those pillows.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like nothing. And so like when I picked it up off my front porch, it goes chung chung chung. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my pin in there. And it was damaged. It's bent on the back. But I'm scared to bend it back because if you over bend it, sometimes it breaks off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
luckily,
Terrible.
even broken, I can pop it on my board because I'm too nervous to let Daniel try to fix it for me just yet.
are you going to try to reach out to Disney to see if they can replace it for you or just give you like a refund or something on that?
I did try calling, and I've been dealing with a lot of Disney this week, being on hold in regards to my resort reservations and stuff. So when I called, they said that it was going to be approximately a 3-hour wait. And I was like, nope, I was already on the hold for 2 hours with my resort stay. I was like, I'm not spending 5 hours on hold in one day. Not like some people. But I do plan on still contacting them about both pins because neither one of them had any type of protection on it. So it's just horrible.
Yeah.
What irritates me is that these release days are so stressful.
Yeah.
And you are in such a panic. You don't know if you're going to get it. And then when you do finally get it, it comes in damaged. It's just like, and two, like right now, I can't get any of my, like even my Disney rewards, like Visa discounts aren't applying to the park pins.
I know.
So like, I'm not getting any, like, I don't know what I'm saying, but like usually my Disney Visa rewards card, I'd at least get 10% off on Shop Disney, and I don't get that. So there's like no perks at all. And then they come in just like destroyed, and it's just frustrating.
Oh, it is.
I don't know why they took that away either.
I don't know either. It's I feel like the Visa is like a hit or miss because I have been able to use my discount on certain items that are LA, but it doesn't always work, or like LR. Just like when you go to the store, the Disney store, and depending on the cast member, they'll give you the discount or not.
Right.
But that goes back. I think I told you. So I had ordered the Beauty and the Beast Father's Day pin. It was Belle and Maurice, and he was like, the backer card was damaged. It was like a little scuff mark on Belle's neck. So I called Disney, and I also emailed them. Did I tell you about this? All right. So I emailed them first. Getting the scoop now. So I emailed them, and I wasn't sure I had the right email. So after I emailed them, I decided to call. And the lady that was, the lady on the phone was like super nice, and she was just like, "Oh, we're sorry. We're gonna send you a replacement." And I was like, "Well, what do I do with the pin that I have?" She's like, "Oh, keep it. No big deal. Whatever." So here I am thinking, well, maybe I can just give this pin to someone or whatever. Next thing I know, the next day I have an email from Disney. They were like, "We want that pin back." And I'm like,
you did tell me this. You told
I
me
was
the
like,
story.
okay, I don't.
What?
I was like, okay, I mean, it's fine. But it was like so weird that they emailed me like, no. So they sent me like a label to send it back. I sent back the pin, and then they sent me mine back. Well, like a new one back, which was in good shape. But I was like, why am I getting two stories between 24 hours from each other? But at least they are doing replacements, which is a good thing. But
that's so crazy because in my mind, when I see that everything is sold out within minutes and stuff, it's like, how are they doing replacements? Do they reserve a few like back?
Yeah, which you know what? That actually brings me to this. You know the Loungefly pins are now like the hot item. They're coming out with these pin releases.
That is so cute too. That Oliver and Company one. I'm not an Oliver and Company person, but that is so cute.
Thank you. So these are like the new weekly releases from Loungefly. Let me put it full screen just in case.
That is cute.
So, there's the glare. Oh, here we go.
She's going to tell you what happened to it.
Yeah. So where it says taxi right there, it's supposed to light up. So I try to see how I can make it work, and then on the back it's like this little black button right here, and then you press and it's supposed to light up. So I can't see a way to like change the battery, so I email Loungefly and I'm like, hey, I just want to know how to replace my battery. And they're like, well, this is an LE500, but they had all these pins that are defective, so they are making more. So I'm like, yes, these are no longer LE500 if they're making more. So they emailed me saying that they are ordering more pins from China because so many were defective. And they were like, we can either issue you a refund and we get the pin back, or we can order you a replacement and we get the pin back. And I just find it so annoying to then have to package the pin and then have to go somewhere else to drop it off either with FedEx or UPS or the regular post office, rather than just make it right. You gave me a defective item. Just let that be whatever, and either give me a refund or replace it. Don't be like, these are your two options. Either you give us the pin back either way, so you can either get a replacement or you can get your money back. But again, I was kind of like, so I guess this is not really LE500 if we have 500 more coming.
That's true.
Unless
So however many coming.
Unless they recollect all the 500 that went out. I mean, that's
and
crazy.
those error pins are like really, I know a lot of people too who like collect error pins. I've seen that. I collect ones where like it's the pink, like I collect Princess Top, but it's got the figment pins inside. Have y'all seen those?
No.
Like they're so it's almost like every month the new color on the outside has the last month's design.
There was some attraction ones with Timothy Mouse inside them.
Yeah.
I haven't even checked
like
mine.
You can find them like on sale on eBay and stuff for like a ridiculous amount of money, but people like to buy the error stuff.
Weird.
Well, I remember when I was a kid and I used to collect baseball cards. If you had an error card, like a legit error card, they were much higher value.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think I had a card once. It was by everybody's probably heard of a baseball player named Cal Ripken. His brother, Billy Ripken, was a baseball player. Right?
Oh.
So, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Billy Ripken had a baseball bat and it had a curse word on the bottom of it, and that became a big deal error card.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, errors are a big thing, and in any limited anything, errors are a big deal.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Oh yeah, just like with money, like people collect like currency and stuff like that, and bills that have like errors on it, and coins and stuff like that. All those are, highly collectible when they have like errors, because those are definitely one of a kind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they become, especially if it didn't go wide, if only like a certain percentage of them went out before the manufacturer caught it.
Yeah.
Those become very highly valued.
Yeah.
I think they're fun. I was tempted to buy one of them.
How much are they? Like, I know they're all different prices, but like, what are prices on some of the pins that have errors on them?
So one of them that I saw was like $65, and that's like more than what I've seen the Stitch go for, which is like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I had no idea about this. Now I have to research this because I have no idea.
Never heard of this either.
Yeah, like it's just like almost like they have the leftover inside print, but they're filling the new color of that one specifically. So they're like the inside is from the previous month and then it's the current month outside. So those are just the ones I've seen from this year. I haven't seen any of the other monthly release errors, but the I collect ones I actually just saw like the other day, and I was just super intrigued by it.
Yeah, it happens in the Funko world. I saw there was something out there, where there's an error, it's a misprint or something. Yeah, that's a big deal.
I had never even heard of this.
It's only a big deal if it's very limited before they caught it. If there's a million of them out there, nobody cares. But if if there's only 100 or 200 before the manufacturer catches it, yeah, it's always money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. And I wanted to ask you, since we touched briefly on like the loungefly pins, are any of you collecting the loungefly pins that are coming out?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah, I just got 2.
I like some of the loungefly though. I do. I think they're nice.
Daniel wanted the pew pew, so we got the pew pew just last week.
Pew pew.
Which one is that, Mary?
Fox and the Hound.
We have pin twins.
Oh, they're so cute.
They are. Let me make you full screen, Mary. That you have it. There you go.
Yeah, I love the size
That
of their
is so
pins.
cute.
Yeah, that's a nice
That's
one.
the size of your hand. That's a big
And Todd's
pin.
little tail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
And-
sweet. I love it.
I also have, I don't know. Oh, I can't reach it. So I also have the C3PO and the Ewoks. I think it's the first one they did, like that started this LE 500 series.
I love the Ewoks.
Which one?
The C3PO and the Ewoks.
Okay.
But it's on a board, and the board is way up there, and I can't reach it. So
I know that I think the first one was the Cinderella one. Remember? Because
it was.
Yeah.
You're right.
Did you get that one?
No.
She's stinky.
Hold on, my screen got all weird.
It's you.
I think that's such a pretty pin, and it's funny because when they had the 3-pin set, I kept on thinking they need to make a jumbo pin out of this with like the actual dress. You know,
Well, I have that set right there. Laura gave it to me in our box swap.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, yeah, that was a loungefly. That's a big one, too.
Yeah, and I love that they made a jumbo pin out of that because it is so pretty, and that sold out like right away. I feel like all these pins are selling out so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, like so fast.
No, not me. Michael tried to get the pew pew, and he did not get it. He was not fast enough, so we missed out on that Star Wars pin.
Yeah, I think it's so funny too that they named it Pew Pew.
I love
Pew
that.
pew.
Pew pew.
Because on the flyer, it just said 40th anniversary. Hey, kind of mainstream. So I think it's funny that they named it like that. But I'm excited to see the July flyer for Loungefly.
Me too. Well, I'm excited. It's our first like Loungefly jumbo. So once we get it, we'll know if we've got the bug and we're gonna want to get more.
Yeah, like which pin was really popular? The Alice. Alice was the one that came out right before the
I
Star Wars
wanted
one.
that one. That's where she was like in the hut, right?
Yeah, but she's like inside and you can just see just like her little face.
I thought
And
that
her
was
little
really
arms and
cool.
legs, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah, so that pin sold out right away, and right after it sold out, it was selling in between $70 to $100 on eBay.
Oh,
Whoa.
makes me so
I
mad.
know, and I feel like for it being a box pin, a decent side LE 500, $25 is not horrible.
No, I don't think so.
No,
No.
I think it's a good price for those pins.
I agree. I feel like their shipping's a little pricey. It's like what,
Yeah.
$8 to $10? Yeah, something like that. But the pins are nice. I think the next one is supposed to be Wally, I think, right, on Tuesday?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Wally.
Yeah, I don't feel like Wally.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
You were talking. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I just said that. I don't know what else is going to come out after Wally, but
Yes, I was going to say the July stuff hasn't been released yet.
yeah. So I'm excited. I want to see what they're going to put out for July. If it's Beauty and the Beast, that's going to be another one of those like anxious afternoons waiting for a pin to drop.
Right. Yeah,
So
and there's
how do
drops
you
so
feel about
late.
their quality?
Yeah.
How do you feel about their quality compared to
The
Disney
Loungefly?
pins? Yeah.
I think the quality is pretty decent. Like the back of the pin, let me see. They also have their own little like waffle print. Just like the Mickey waffles, like Loungefly has these little, let me see if I can show real quick. They have their own like waffle print. Oops, here we go. They look like little crowns, which is just the logo for Loungefly.
Yep.
And I think they're pretty well made. And then again, they are licensed by Disney. Oh, here we go. See
We have Loungefly.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good. I like them.
Yeah.
They're heavy pins. They look good. I think they're pretty good. I do like them.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the jumbo is because when the very first pins that we purchased were actually like Loungefly pins from Hot Topic,
Mhm.
and we were very disappointed even for the first pins we opened with the quality. There was like paint on the back, like the enamel was like spilled over to the back. Almost every single one had like a damage, like just a defect to it. And I don't know if maybe that's a quality difference on just like the little cheap boxes versus the jumbos, but
I agree.
hopefully the jumbos have a much better quality than the box sets.
I agree. Yeah, my thoughts were just based on the jumbos because I agree with you. Like the little ones that came out first, like the quality is not the best. They feel
it's
and
true.
they would feel and look very cheap.
Your panel one I have over there.
But I think these are pretty good.
My little preview.
I think they've gotten better with their quality now that they're doing a lot more pins. Because like you said, we opened in the beginning when we first started YouTube some Loungefly pins that I don't think were great quality. But I think they definitely are getting better with their quality. I think because they're upping their pin game.
And they're getting more popular too, for sure.
Yeah.
For their pins.
Yeah.
Did anybody get Cameron's wearing the Pizza Planet shirt? So did anybody get the aliens and the pizza?
I did
I love
not. Let
that
me put you
now.
full screen.
I almost bought it from a live sale today.
The pin?
Yeah, she had the one that opened, right? With the
Yeah.
alien.
Yeah, with the aliens.
Yeah. Dang, but I wasn't.
I love the live pin sales. I'm addicted.
I'm
to live
addicted.
pin sales.
Me too.
Me too.
That's where I got that big nano one. The fantasy one, Cameron, that you have too, was from the fantasy live sale. The fantasy live sale. No, it was real. It was a real live sale, not a fantasy live sale.
A made up live
But I'm
sale.
going to tell you what was really cool is that, you know how everyone has to talk right now that when Disney when they do the splash down into the Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I didn't realize that right before, I never really had like a thing for like Splash Mountain. You know, I always thought, okay, it's an okay ride. It's not like it's there. But I was on a live sale and they had a Splash Mountain pin, right? A 30th anniversary Splash Mountain pin.
Mhm.
And this is before any talk about they were going to redo the ride. So I get this pin, right? Can you guys see the pin? It's a 30th anniversary, right?
So this is
And
right
then-
before.
Right? And the back of it is a 500.
It's an
LE
LE 500 from D23.
So I got it on this live sale, and I was like, I don't know what drew me to it. I'm like, it was just really cute with a little bird on it and stuff, and brer rabbit and all that, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I'm hearing like, oh, everybody starts buying Splash Mountain pins, and I'm like, what is the chance that I'm buying a freaking Splash Mountain pin and it's like going to be the thing? So I
never know.
thought that was pretty cool, you know? So maybe that might be worth money one day.
Yeah, I mean, with the retheming, I feel like that always happens. Like when something gets like rethemed, like look at Tower of Terror in Disneyland, which is now Guardians, or like look at when they changed the redhead into, you know, now she's a pirate. Like all the merch that had her as a bride before, you know, it's very valuable now. So, I mean, I can only imagine that's what's going to happen with, you know, actually it's already happening. If you see a lot of the Splash Mountain pins are going for like a lot of money right now on eBay. There's this one pin that I saw on one of the Facebook groups. I don't know if you guys saw it. I think it was like Disney Kitty. So it was a 2009, I believe, WDI pin, and it was Tiana and Naveen on Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see that?
I saw it.
Oh, I did see that.
Oh my gosh.
I
I went on eBay because I had to look this up. And it's selling in between what, $700 to like $900?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, people are asking for that much. I didn't look for any sold, but
That's crazy.
and not only that, like that Funko Pop that I have right there. Let's see.
Which one?
This one.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's another one that they had
What
extras
was
on
it?
Shop
I
Disney.
couldn't see.
Oh,
What
Are
was
they
sorry.
it?
in the room?
The right here where my
Okay.
finger is. The Splash
Yeah.
Mountain one. It's like the
Oh, yeah. Okay.
so they still had some extras on the website, and there was actually a 3-pack Splash Mountain pin that also came out kind of recently, sometime last year. And none of that is available anymore on Shop Disney. And that pop is selling now for a lot more than what I think it's like $30 or something like that, the retail. So yeah. So all this merch is gonna go up.
But like, so there's still, it's going to be a while. So
It is
like
gonna be a
Mary,
while. Yeah.
because I went frantic too. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to buy something. And Mary's like, they're going to have stuff still at the parks. It's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a long time before they do so. All these people who are spending this money on certain pins, like some things are still going to be available when they open back up in July.
But the thing is the ride going to be open? I don't think they're going to open the ride.
No, not at all.
I don't know what the schedule's like for the refurb.
I don't think it matters. I honestly think they're going to close it. So
Wow.
You think so?
I do. Yeah.
Oh,
That's just my
so
opinion
sad.
though. Like, I mean, I obviously don't know anything. That's just my opinion.
I mean, we're all excited though because it's nice having something new. You know,
Yeah.
It's like if you're going to change some of the attractions, like that's an okay one to change, in my opinion. This is an opinion, but there are some things that they change, and I'm going to say it again. Great movie ride, and I haven't been on the Mickey, whatever it is. Haven't been on that yet, but I still
The
it
railway?
still upsets me. Yeah.
I want to see that. Yeah. I'm gonna go on that.
And speaking of Cameron's shirt, they should have never changed it. They should have kept it at Pizza Planet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, look at this.
Just
I
saying.
believe. Look at this comment. It's from the Frog Prince. I believe the Funko Pop ride is going for $200 to $300 right now.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things like the initial craze, like you said, Cameron. Everybody right now is kind of like, I need to get this. I'll pay
Yeah.
$1,000 for this pin, and then it'll kind of die down. Some articles will become available, and then once the ride actually, it's like it closes, then that's when it also get crazy. But you know what? When welcome back.
Sorry. Oh,
Um,
internet technology.
It happens. But with the redhead, I remember when they had just removed her and put the new version in, they removed all the merchandise that had her as a bride. Because I remember I was able to get the We Want the Redhead pin. And
Okay.
they were just removing them off the rack. There was like a manager there that was like, yeah, we're getting rid of all this. We need to pull them off the shelves. So, and I got a couple. I got one to keep and one to trade. But I wonder if they'll do the same thing. Even if there's some stuff left, they'll be like, all right, we got to put this away.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's
They
what,
probably,
like,
I think they've already taken everything down off of Shop Disney. I mean, that's what I read. I haven't checked that for myself, though.
I couldn't check. Like, I mean, I couldn't see anything. I did check to see if they still had that extra Funko Pop that I didn't get. And they didn't have it. It actually didn't have anything that was Splash Mountain.
yeah. So they probably did take it all down already.
I agree. I'm
So,
looking
Yeah, I
at
do.
too. Yeah, I am too. I love that movie. I just saw that recently. Princess
And that's
and the
what we're
Frog.
talking about. Like, it's okay to change things. Like, it is. I mean, they have to change. They have to update. And Splash Mountain's not an OG ride.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's not.
not even 30 years old yet.
I thought it was 30. Isn't it 30? Didn't we just
No.
have
It's 30. Because I got my
No,
30th anniversary pin.
I thought it opened in 1992.
It says 30, Mary. Look.
But that's from Disneyland,
Oh.
right?
Is it?
Disneyland opened in 89 and Disney World in 92. Is that not correct?
the right?
Oh,
I can look it up.
You might be right. I don't know. It doesn't say it on the front.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a baby ride. Like, it's so young.
I'm trying to think of when it opened
on
when
our
I
honeymoon.
went. It was on our honeymoon.
So it was open in '93. We know
So
that.
27 years.
93. Okay.
Well, it was open in 93 when we went, because I have a picture of us riding it.
Hmm.
Okay. I
It says-
gotcha.
Yeah.
But even still, like, I mean, you know, we change actual classics, actual original
Like
rides.
Snow White,
They've changed.
Snow White.
Yeah, I mean, they removed it. So because it was too scary, apparently. But
Oh,
that
frightened my oldest one at the time. Every time the witch would turn around, and I was like, "Oh, this is not going well."
But it's still in Disneyland.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
And you know, Disneyland took out their country bears.
I know. I am
and
so
put in
upset about
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh keeps on replacing rides. It replaced Mr. Toad in Disney World.
Yeah.
Silly old bear.
It's like trying to take over.
92.
So it opened October 2nd, 1992 in Disney.
In Disney World. Okay.
Yeah, and she's 100% right. It was July 17th, 1989 in Disneyland.
Okay.
The only reason why I know that is because I've been looking things up since they announced all this.
Wow.
I like to research everything so I know what's going on.
Wow.
So
You're on your game, girl.
So when people say, why are you tearing down this classic? Why are you changing this classic? It's like, it's really not, though.
Yeah.
No,
like,
you're right. You're right.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I love it. Again, I love it. And I know, I don't want it to change.
Yeah.
But obviously we're going to change things. I mean, I expect a lot of things to start changing in the next couple of years at the parks.
It feels like a classic, though. I mean, because it
does.
Like my entire lifetime, it's been there. You know what I mean? So, like for me, it is a classic. But
yeah,
again,
right.
it's not like a Disney classic, so it is kind of strange. It does feel weird, but
yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's might not be necessarily a classic, but like you said, since I've been going to Disney, it's always been there. So it's more of like that nostalgia that you get when you go to Disney World or Disneyland, and you can go to the same ride you went to when you were 5, and then you kind of still feel that same feeling. But then again, like, you know, Mary said, things are always changing. I mean, look at Tower of Terror in Disneyland, which is now themed to Guardians. Look at Maelstrom, which became Frozen. Mr. Toad in Disney World became Winnie the Pooh. So there's all these rides that are constantly changing because, right, Disney only have so much space unless they build a brand new land like they did with, like, you know, Star Wars and, you know, just Toy Story and things like that. But I mean, it should be. I mean, I'm excited to see, you know, everything that's coming, and, you know, am I going to miss Splash Mountain? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, like, we're still gonna get the ride. So, like, I like the ride because I like drop rides, and so I feel like my draw to it is the actual ride itself, not the theming. Yeah.
Right.
So, for me, my favorite princess is Tiana. So it's almost like, I do understand, like, it has been there my entire life, and I am kind of sad if it's not going to be reopened, and like Paisley won't be able to ride it, you know, like, just for that Disney nostalgia. But it's like the actual ride itself, as long as they don't change that, which I don't think they intend to. I'm excited to see the theming. So
I think it's going to be really pretty. And too, The Princess and the Frog has a really good music. So I think it'll be a lot of fun, I think.
And like Cameron said, I love drop rides. So, you know, the track will be the same. It won't change. But I actually do enjoy the music and the animatronics for this, for Splash Mountain. You know, I actually really like all of it. And I'm interested to see what they do. I mean, you know, I'm always interested when they start talking about adding new things and changing things over, because most everything they do, I end up loving.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even like take Frozen, for example, the Maelstrom, we loved it because it was literally like the first thing that Austin wrote as a 1-year-old
good idea, but
in this park. So,
I said it probably wasn't a good idea when we did it, but because that drop scared him.
That drop scared him. That backwards drop scared him. But I still, I like the Frozen aspect of the ride now. So
I love Frozen.
I love
Yeah.
Frozen too.
and y'all know it's not my favorite, but I like it in that ride. So
I do too. I do too. I think they did a great job with that.
And I'll probably love the new theming for the Splash Mountain.
Sure.
I just, it's just sad, like Laura said, with the Great Movie Ride. Just sad when your
the
favorites
Great
go
Movie
away.
Ride.
But you know what's funny? You have to realize that I've been going to Disney World since I was 2. So I saw before Buzz Lightyear, it was
If
there
you had
was
wings.
no, there was If You Had Wings was first, and then was Dream Flight,
Dream
and
Flight.
then
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear. Like I have seen so many things come and go in the parks,
Right.
and I'm usually pretty good with change, like when they do things, except when they changed the Enchanted Tiki Birds to the new management. And they had Yago and Zazu in there for a while, and they had this big goddess that came out from the fountain
Too scary.
where the birds are, and she scared my daughter in the front row, and it was it was intense. And they realized that nobody liked it, and then they brought the original Enchanted Tiki Bird back.
Mm-hmm.
So I have seen so many things come and go and transform because I've been going since I was so little. Like I remember they used to have canoes in the Magic Kingdom, and it's crazy. Like, so it's just interesting seeing. I have all the books of the Burnbound books from when years ago that I kept that shows the transition of everything, even like the transportation systems and how the buses were and everything. It's just crazy.
Oh, she has all the Kodak books and all the park handouts.
Yeah, I was there with Captain EO years ago.
From like the
in
late
Epcot.
70s.
We had Captain
We
EO.
still have those.
It was Captain EO, and then it was some other thing that lasted a short time, and then it became what they have now there.
With the shorts.
Yeah, the shorts
Yeah.
next to Figment. But I have seen so much stuff come and go through Disney.
And I think it's tough when you get attached to an attraction.
The only one I got attached to though was Great Movie Ride.
Yeah, an attraction represents a lot about what a park is about. Like that, MGM.
And there are some good changes, like Star Tours. That's an awesome change. I mean, they made it so that you have a different experience every time you go in. You never know what you're going to get.
I don't know about
I love Star Tours.
I feel like I get sick on it, but
I love it.
I can't go on it either.
You can't go on that.
I love
so
Star Tours.
cool. But I feel like the older I get, like the sicker I get with some of these motion simulators.
True.
It is true.
And it stinks because I really like it. I think it's so cool. But then I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is funny because I didn't think about the Great Movie Ride until you brought it up, Laura, and that was such an awesome
An iconic
ride.
attraction, yeah.
Yeah,
I love that ride because those are like my favorite movies. Mary Poppins, Alien, the whole
Alien,
Alien
yes,
series. Like those
Cameron.
are so awesome. And I just have such fun memories of that. And I still haven't done Runaway
me either.
We haven't
Road or
either.
Train or whatever. So we'll have to
The name's
see
so
if it lives up to the hype.
Well, let me tell you, what's really funny?
What's
Around Christmas time, I was up in the middle of the night or something, or there was no one around, and Footlight Parade came on. Okay, Footlight Parade.
Remember that in the Great Movie Ride?
In the Great Movie Ride, in the movie they would show in the beginning of the Great Movie Ride, they had James Cagney in Footlight Parade. That's the only reason I knew about it. Right?
Did you watch it?
I watched it and I was fascinated by how horrible of a film it was. But nonetheless, I never would have had any idea what Footlight Parade was. And that James Cagney was very talented beside gangster movies. But I only knew about it because it was one of those Busby Berkeley movies that they talked about in the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and they had all these people doing all their synchronized swimming in the water. All the women with their legs flying around. What was going on? I was like, what is this?
Right?
Yeah, I never would have seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, I think it was so great because to me it was very like educational too, with like the different like movies they had like throughout the different years, and I really liked it. It was definitely another nostalgic ride, and but Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to check out anyway the railway and just
Oh,
kind of
right.
see.
I am
I
too.
did hear that they did like they kind of pay I guess I don't really respect, but kind of like to Great Movie Ride that there's like a little like Easter egg on the ride that was from Great Movie Ride. I forget if it was a poster or what. There's something. I remember seeing some videos when
You know what they should have done? They should
What's
have
that?
done alien popping out at everybody when you're driving, when you're going through.
Yeah,
There's your honor to Great Movie
Yeah,
Ride.
right.
Alien pops out.
Yeah.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're aboard Nostromo. Something has gone wrong.
I know.
God, now I really want to watch all those movies.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
So
I
sad.
know. Mary, I love your ears. I've been counting. Is that number 3?
Yes, ma'am.
I like that.
Oh my gosh, we changed again. I didn't realize until I looked up. They're so cute, the Minnie Mouse ones. I love that.
The second ones were the ones Laura gave me.
I saw the
I
pink
made
one.
I made those Cinderella ears.
Those are beautiful. I love
Didn't I
those.
do a good job, Cameron?
You
with
did.
those
You did
ears?
really
I
great.
did.
I love them.
I was shocked at myself for that.
I was shocked.
Yeah, Mary's handed me these beautiful Cinderella ears, and I'm like, mine are from Etsy.
She told me initially that she made them though. When I first opened them, she told me that she made them, and then later she was like, "Wait, but they're from Etsy."
Oh wait, I
wish I had
totally
that
believe
talent.
that you made them.
Oh no!
All right,
Look, you could.
my whole life is a lie right now. Oh,
I'm sorry. Melissa and I always talk about that we can't make ears, so
I
it's gonna be
can't.
Etsy. No, I'm sorry. No, I wish I had that talent. No.
You can. You
No.
can. I've seen them.
No, that was with the help of my daughter. That's
So?
I,
You could do it. I promise you could do
I
it.
know she can do it.
You can do
You can do it.
Now, one
just take
thing
your
I'll
time.
tell you,
Just don't rush. Just take your time.
I can't.
Now,
You
since
could
we
probably
just
do
got
it
back,
too.
we just got back from a Disney resort. So if you want to find out anything about the way it went, what it was like being at a Disney resort in Florida, we could talk about that if you're interested.
Repeat
Are
that
you
last part.
interested?
Tell us.
Huh? Are you
Repeat that
interested in
last part.
talking?
Well,
You want to
I
talk about what it was like at a resort?
Yeah, I've never been
All
there.
right.
Now,
Disney
but I do want to know, is it like pretty like themed? Because it's a Disney resort, but it's not like in Disney. Is it like well themed?
Yeah, it is very much like it was built around the time the boardwalk was built. So it has a lot of the same. It has a central building with a lobby and all this other stuff. So it's very much like a regular Disney resort.
Yep.
It's not overtly. You're in. Everything's just the same. The way things work is the same. The way that you're greeted is the same. Everything is very much Disney, just like any other resort. It just happens to be on the coast.
It's kind of like the yacht and beach where you have like everything like there. You have your lazy river pool on all that stuff.
Yeah. So, but it's very small. It's very contained, but very cool and very relaxing. So it is a spa and a resort. They do have all the massage and all that stuff there. Normally, under normal circumstances, that stuff's available. But the interesting thing was, now we've been there a bunch of times before. So for us going back now, given the current state of affairs in the world, we kind of got a little glimpse at what things look like if you're going to go stay at a resort, nowadays. So it's interesting. It is very interesting. Disney does an amazing job keeping things. I can't even tell you how clean it was. It was so stupidly clean. The remote controls in our room were wrapped and tagged as cleaned.
Really?
wow.
Even the bowls in the little,
Yeah.
they had like a little dining area, like a kitchenette, I guess they call it, and each bowl is individually wrapped.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything's individually wrapped.
Yeah, so I had to give when we were checking in. I did the remote check-in, but they needed me to set a PIN number, right, to charge back to my room. When I go to charge back to my room, so they have the plexiglass in front. The cast member takes a fresh wipe and wipes down the number pad before I ever touch it.
And the refill mugs, you have to hand to the person and they refill it for you.
Yeah.
You don't even touch any of that.
Like
Yeah.
this, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the way that it worked at this particular resort, in your room, obviously you don't wear a mask. Walking anywhere around the resort, you're supposed to have a mask on. When you get to the pool area, they have someone there who will seat you. So everything is already set up.
And they clean the seats for you.
Yeah, they clean the seats. They clean everything that anybody would ever touch. Once they seat you and you're in the area around the pool, then you can take your mask off. If you're going to leave that pool area, like to go get food, you got to put a mask on. But in the pool deck and in the pool, no mask was required.
Okay,
and the arrows and all of that too.
Everything is completely clearly marked.
Mm-hmm.
And when you leave for the day and you're all done, you just flip your chair up. So if it's a lounge chair, you flip it forward. If it's a regular vertical chair, you just flip it forward. So they know to go and clean it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Most people were pretty darn compliant. Every once in a while, you'd see a family come walking at you with no masks on. But for the most part, and we went into the restaurant last night. And in the restaurant, we went from our room. The restaurant, we stayed in the main building. So we went from the main building, we went, downstairs in 89 feet, and we were at the restaurant. And then once we got inside, they seated us. Everything was spaced out already. And once people were done with their meals, they would literally remove everything from the table, wipe down the chairs, wipe down the table, all new tablecloth, all new everything.
Wow.
Every time.
But yeah, I didn't feel like I lost the Disney experience there.
Yeah, I think
because he still did like the games with the kids at the pool and activities. He's had an activity center set up where he made that wine glass,
right,
where they had you seated, far apart and everything. And so they try to keep it, and everybody is so super nice.
Yeah,
so nice.
My perspective was that, there is a little bit more of an effort involved in being compliant with these things, but it wasn't tough, and Disney was very good about it. They do a really great job at keeping everything as clean as humanly possible. Do I think being in a park in the summer might be challenging for me personally with the heat? I think it might be challenging for that length of time. But from what I've seen, they will do a great job at controlling those situations. So it was good to kind of get a feel for what they were doing firsthand.
Yeah, we still had a great time. We had
a great time. Yeah.
And then they shut down the bar too.
I was just going to talk about that. I heard that. So no bars are open now in Florida. Well, you can only get alcohol at a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Right,
so if they earn more than 50% of their earnings from a bar, they have to shut down. So if it's less than 50%, they don't have to shut down. So, for instance, the restaurant down by the pool, there's like a grab and go down by the pool. So it's like a quick service, and they also have like regular like milk and stuff you could bring back to your room and cereal. But the bar is considered to be attached to that. The pool bar is considered to be attached to that. Now they make a lot more revenue off of food there than liquor at that particular location. But at the same time, there's a bar upstairs on the floor that we were on called the Green Cabin Room. Green Cabin Room is pretty much a bar, and they were shut down. So we were there the first night and they were open. Second day they were shut.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But
yeah. So I every time I go to a resort, I think about Mary.
But they did have
right.
Why?
Every time.
Why?
Because I know you're coming.
Oh yes, so we're thinking, how's it gonna be when Mary comes?
I think to myself, because I know your timeline, I'm thinking, holy cow, man, I hope Mary can deal with the masks, and I know you'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah, you have the right attitude.
Or as Bub said,
I wear a mask at work every single day.
That's true. She does.
But you're literally the first person I think about every single time. So
I'm so excited.
Look at you. Yay. Hey, Chris from Eddie Family Adventures.
So I was actually happy to tell you that I think that should everything remain open, staying at a resort will still be a decent experience for you. I think masks, for me personally, will be a challenge in the heat, but if you're all for it.
Now, you know what's funny? We were making a joke about that, how you're allowed to have the mask off if you're eating. And so I was talking about how you should eat like a peanut butter cup as slowly as possible. So
while you're walking.
Constantly eating,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like always have a drink with you or something.
Always have a
Yes.
drink.
Always
Yeah.
have your drink. Yeah. So since they mentioned that staying at a resort would be okay for us, can we segue into our reservation experience?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was a good segue. Look at that.
Go for
So
it.
we were scheduled at the Port Orleans Riverside. I think all three of us were.
Yep.
Yeah, Cameron was as well for Port Orleans. So my trip was scheduled to start July the 16th. We actually had a split stay, so we were supposed to stay at All-Star for one night and then the rest of it at Riverside. So we ended up having to call to get a different place to stay because obviously Riverside's not going to be open and All-Stars aren't going to be open. So this is the screenshot of the time when Disney answered the phone for me.
I want to put you full screen.
I've literally not shown this. I haven't talked about this on social media. I've not shown it on YouTube. The only people that know are the night that Karen and I did the live and my friends. So this is how long I was on hold with Disney.
Well, I can't see. What is
6 hours.
Oh,
6 hours. 12 minutes and 45 seconds.
Wow.
That is crazy.
So, in all that time, and then I got to someone, well, actually they answered the phone after 2.5 hours. And she said, I told her what I needed. And she said, oh, I can't help you. And I was like, what do you mean you can't help me? I've literally been on hold for 2.5 hours and you can't help me? Like everybody that answers the phone should be able to do this.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna have to transfer you. So I sat on hold for another almost 4 hours before somebody answered. And the very first thing I said to him was, I don't want to be ugly, but I've literally been on hold for 6.5 hours and you're going to do what I need you to do. He was like, yes, ma'am, let's see what we can do.
Wow.
And I was just like, woo. So I ended up getting a cabin at the Wilderness Campground for just me and Michael. So like, we're really excited about that because I stayed in the cabin. Michael's never stayed there. It's on the campground, which is like biggest open area on property. We'll be in our whole like house. So and so I'm really excited about that.
That is awesome.
And it was a free upgrade.
Good.
They didn't charge
us.
Good.
Yeah.
Mess with you.
But 6.5 hours worth.
Wow.
So 6.5 hours, and I finally got it. Like I literally started on the phone with them while I was at work at like 10 something in the morning, and I didn't talk to anybody until 4:30 that afternoon.
Oh my goodness.
And I had my phone on speaker walking around working all day long until somebody answered the phone.
And she was like worried it was gonna die too. Like at one point we're like,
my battery was dying.
Oh my gosh, her battery's dying.
Oh,
by the time I got to my car and was able to plug in, I was at 4% battery.
Oh my gosh.
This is the kind of anxiety I'm talking about with Disney lately.
Oh,
right. So, and Cameron has a similar experience.
Yeah. What was your experience like, Cameron?
That day wasn't too bad for me in regards to that because I used a travel agent. So luckily for that part. But my experience was trying to do the annual pass reservation days. So I was told before, so that was Thursday or Friday. And one of those days, they're all blurring together. This whole week has been just back and forth with Disney. But so we were kind of told that whenever we had reservations to the resorts, that would not affect our park reservation days as APs. Well, they do. But there's a glitch in the system. I'm in this group chat with a bunch of APs, and some people had reservations up to like 20 days, and it was still letting them reserve their 3 past days that weren't connected to resort reservations. But it told me I was maxed out because of my stay in July. So that was a 2.5 hour wait for Disney after we had already tried to call. I probably tried to call like 150 times, and it was just no, true story, because it would just say the line was disconnected, or it was just a busy signal. Like I just had to keep hanging up, try again, hang up, try again. Like it was so ridiculous. And they basically told me like that's a glitch in the system. And Disney is known for going in and fixing things. So even though those people might be thinking that they have it right now, probably before park opening, those APs, if they're not attached to reservations and they're outside of their 3 days, they're probably going to be cleared out. And so I feel bad. I was mad because I didn't understand why it was affecting us trying to make these days.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad I didn't get my hopes up and they might be ripped away from me. So
Oh my god.
I don't know. So it was just a really frustrating day. I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
But you got moved resorts too, right?
Yeah. So she moved me to the cabins as well.
oh, that's awesome.
So I'm excited.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because you guys are going in like what 2 to 3 weeks, right? Basically, as soon as the parks open, right?
Yeah, we'll be there
18
opening
days.
weekend.
18 days, but who's counting?
I am.
I know Mary's counting. Yeah.
If you're friends with me on Facebook, which all of you are, you see my countdown.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, it is super exciting. I mean, I did the same thing you ladies did, earlier in the week. So, because I tried calling Disney yesterday and the day before, but like Cameron said, it was just, you couldn't get through. Like it was like, it said like the systems were like, busy or something. It was
The circuits were full.
that's something, yeah. Or if not, it did have a busy tone. So today I tried my luck. I was on the phone 3 hours and 19 minutes waiting. I mean, Mary definitely wins this one.
Yeah, she does.
Like I took a screenshot and I'm like, wow. So 3 hours and 10 minutes on the phone with Disney. And then I did get changed, but they changed my resort. They didn't give me a cabin. I'm not one of the cool people.
What they give you?
They gave
Your
me
trip is a different time.
yes, they gave me Caribbean beach. So basically, I kind of try to get my cabin though. I'm like, so no. I have friends that were also staying at Riverside, and
Well, I think they gave us cabins specifically because we're bringing our dog, and for the opening week, that's the only dog-friendly resort. So
okay.
And then I got the cabin because I said I was vacationing with them.
There you go.
Should have just said we were vacationing with us too.
I know. I should have been. Like,
Otherwise, I may have ended up at Contemporary because I know people that were moved to the Contemporary.
Oh.
Did they
You
have
see,
to
I
pay
wouldn't
enough
mind that
charge?
either.
Did they pay enough charge to get to the Contemporary?
No,
Wow.
That's
no.
nice.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
they're
they're
on.
in
Yeah, I don't think they're on watching tonight.
Oh, that's their Contemporary Tower. Only the tower is open, right?
Back Lake Tower.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, like you see with me, when I try to get my cabin or my deluxe resort, they basically told me that it just, like Mary said, it's based on when you're going. So I guess their system is going to put you like, because Riverside is a moderate resort, so they were going to put me in another moderate resort. But if there's none available for when I'm trying to go, then they'll go up to like a deluxe resort. So for the dates that I'm trying to go, which is I had a reservation from August 20th through the 28th. So for that time, Caribbean Beach was already open because they're going to open at the end of July. So they were like, your option right now is another moderate resort, which is available to you. If you don't want that, if you want to go to a deluxe, then there is going to be an upcharge. So the way she explained it to me is that maybe because you guys are going so soon, maybe all the moderates weren't available, unless I just got it cheap cast member, but but
I
mean,
felt
it's
that way.
nice.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I felt that way whenever I finally got on the phone with somebody. So when I finally got on them without my park people, usually if you tell them, oh, this person is staying this place like Mary did for ours. Well, I was just like, I don't understand how these other APs are being able to make these days. And I kept thinking, oh, I got that one cast member that just won't press the dang button for me.
And I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm so happy with my Caribbean Beach. They gave me a preferred room, which I guess, typically preferred rooms are a little more expensive than like a standard room because you're closer to transportation. So she was like, I'll give you a preferred room over at Caribbean Beach for the same price you have because they like lock you in at whatever price you already have when you did your reservation. So at least, the Caribbean Beach is also on the Skyliner, which I had totally forgotten about. So
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that until like later.
I'm still scared to get on that. So
You haven't been on it yet?
You've got to do it. It's so fun.
It's awesome.
I'm afraid to get stuck up there. I'm not afraid of heights. I just don't want to be enclosed. Well, you know what? Now when they reopen them, you'll be with your own people. Because they won't put a bunch of people together.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody that wants social distancing for real from people, like what you don't like sitting at like the family tables in restaurants. This is like a dream come true because no one's sitting with you. You're sitting by yourself with your family,
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Although, I mean, back in February when we went, we had a whole gondola to ourselves. Most of the time, we rode the Skyliner like maybe 4 times. And I think just like 3 out of the 4 times, it was just us, which we were like, fine, that works.
Yeah, we were by ourselves when we rode in January. I really wanted to get Riviera because it's on the Skyliner and I want to eat at Topolino's and that's really what I wanted. But
I want to eat at
about the cabin
Topolino's too. I heard it's really, really good.
Well, do you want to eat there with us if we can make a reservation?
I want to eat there.
Topolino?
Yeah.
I want to go.
Well, if we can get a reservation, you guys want to go?
Yeah, totally.
Go.
Yeah, definitely will be there.
Okay.
I've seen people there.
I won't be there.
Well, you know what? You can't though. I tried to get you to, but you can't because you'd have to quarantine.
Oh my gosh, that's another thing. That's right.
Yeah.
We're not talking about this. So everybody that's in the tri-state needs to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yep.
If we go to Florida.
But everybody coming to the tri-state has to quarantine for 2 weeks as well now.
Oh my gosh, I did hear that too. So it's like they just want to keep me home.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to New Jersey in 2 weeks.
Oh,
I
really?
can't now. Yeah, for work. Yeah, I can't.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
just heard that. I heard that. It's funny because I heard it because of my job. They were like, so if you're going to Florida anytime soon, you can't come back to work for 2 weeks. And I'm like, what? And they were like, yeah. And they were like, and you have to use your vacation time or you can choose like unpaid time, but you cannot go back to work. And I'm like, oh. So, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is crazy because now, I guess Florida, it's just kind of like it's getting a little crazy now with everything that's going on. So it's not only just so much a tri-state.
It's so bad down here right now with that. It's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you, I went into a Wawa like 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, and there was probably 30 people in the Wawa, it was pretty packed out. I was the only person with a mask, and 3 or 4 people didn't even have shoes on.
What?
It's Florida.
So
It's Florida. But
I believe it. I totally believe it.
I think they had a gun.
They had a gun though, but no shoes.
No shoes, but a gun.
oh my
That's
God.
hilarious.
Yeah,
No mask, no shoes,
But-
no laundry.
Yeah, no mask, no shoes, but a shotgun is fine.
Sorry.
But yeah, I'm not kidding though. But there's like pockets of places.
Susan.
Pockets of places down here where people just will not wear masks at all, just for whatever reason.
Yeah. Welcome back, Mary.
Sorry, my
Hey,
computer
Mary.
died.
Your what died?
My computer died, so now I'm on my phone.
Well, I can see you fine. I noticed that yours number 4.
Yes.
She changed yours.
Oh my
I know,
goodness,
I've been
what are
keeping
they?
track.
I can't see them. Are they Small World?
I think so, right?
I love those ears.
I'll
You
make
see
you
'em?
full screen.
Oh,
Yep,
They are so cute. Look at those Small World ears.
Oh my God, they're cute.
They are
they are
really,
They're
really
cute.
cute.
I got them at Disneyland.
Oh.
Super cute.
That's where
They
the
are
30th
so cute.
anniversary of Splash Mountain was, evidently, and I didn't know that. So there you go. Learn
I'm gonna
something
go
every
like
day.
Cameron and go this way.
All right, perfect. You know, it's funny. I was also telling Mary earlier. So I ordered these masks from like Shop Disney, right? They came out like what 2 months ago or something on their website. They were on pre-order, on like back order.
Pre-order. Yeah.
So right, I was like back order, pre-order. So this was my logic behind this. So they have small, medium, large, right? So I'm thinking, all right, so small is gonna be probably for a child. I can probably go for a medium, and then Dirk, my husband, he can probably go for a large. Wrong. So I got the mediums, and I mean, I think they're nicely made. So I mean, they're just just fabric.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a 4-pack for $20, $5 a piece. Disney, it's
Pretty
not
good.
bad. This does not fit me. So my ears are like pushed forward, and I look like I have like just tape in my mouth because it's just like stuck. They're so tiny. So if you guys are gonna go for any of this, I'm assuming large will probably be the way to go. The large ones are on the way to me, so we'll see if they fit me. I don't know if you guys that are in Florida, Cameron or Jody or Laura, if you've checked out Disney masks, but these are tiny. This is medium, and it's like tiny.
Yeah, I've seen
Wow.
people purchase them and they have not like fit their face. In fact, like the medium is more for like children 4 and up. Like that what I'm seeing. Like so the kids ones are just like itty bitty like toddler baby masks.
Yeah, those who don't have to wear masks anyway.
Yeah.
two and under. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, I just didn't know, so I bought the medium and the large. So I'm waiting for the
Sure.
large. Hopefully,
Hey,
we see this large.
Susan!
And we have
Yeah, so now
Sarah and
I
Rocky
can't
too.
type in the chat. So
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, we didn't we have so many masks
Sarah,
now, and they weren't selling them. I thought they'd be selling them down in Vero. They weren't.
Yeah, but you have a cool mask. He has a kiss
I got a
mask.
Kiss mask because I'm a rock and roller.
Yeah,
Look
he has
at
a
you.
kiss mask and he has kiss Crocs
To go with
that
my
match.
Kiss Crocs.
Yeah.
See, it wouldn't be you without that mask.
Yeah, exactly.
So Cherise says that she got them at Character Warehouse for $7.
Wow.
That's awesome. I paid full $20 for a pack that doesn't fit me,
Wow.
and I'm still waiting for
And
the
you
large
can't
size.
return them.
No,
No, because they're like a sanitary
Yeah.
type of
Right.
thing. Yeah.
right. So I just lost $20. It's funny. I don't know if it's Sarah or Rocky. They're like, why do they put a tag on the inside? I don't know. I mean,
And they're the monster giant Disney tags too that
Oh,
are
I
like
know.
7 inches
Look at
long.
it.
Oh my God. That's
Oh
the
my
biggest tag in the world.
It's
Like-
ridiculous.
it's like with the mini ears, how they have the ginormous tag like sticking
Yes.
to the side.
They keep getting longer and longer.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to go on your head, but then they have to have a ginormous one that goes in your face.
in your mouth.
I
Yeah.
know. Like, what is up with that?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
Ridiculous.
I know. So, Mary's Tony coming back?
She can't get it to work. She's struggling. She
Oh.
said that if she can get it to work, she'll come back, but she doesn't know if she can.
Did she try like on her phone using like her 4G or her LTE on her phone, just like clicking on the
Yes,
link?
something's going on
Hmm.
at her house right now.
That stinks. Well, hopefully she can come back. Cherise says that people are returning them at Disney Springs if they live in Orlando. So they're letting you return the mask?
I guess if it's unopened.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh no, she was talking about Mary's ears.
Oh.
The ears?
Oh, I thought you were
That's
talking
Character
about the
Warehouse.
masks too.
Oh. Huh. Susan's like, that tag.
Do you want me to buy those masks from you, Melissa? Will they fit my kids? Because my kids are going to have to wear masks to go back to school.
So I'll definitely let you know. I mentioned it to like a girl that I work with as well. And if she doesn't want them, I'll just send them to you.
Okay. Yeah, because apparently kids are gonna have to wear masks to go back to school this year.
Wow. Yeah,
That
we probably will too. I imagine.
Yeah. Which my kids are big kids, so that they can do it and deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, little kids would be tough.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
kindergartners starting your first year of school having to wear a mask. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
Weird
Plus it's
times.
hot.
Weird.
Yeah. So has anyone bought any pins lately? Any new pin acquisitions? Look at Cameron. Guilty.
I'm guilty.
What you get?
Oh, where do I start? I just bought one right before we hopped on here, actually.
Did you really? What did you get?
I got the the Boba Fett helmet from the helmet series for the Star
Okay.
Wars. It was a monthly release, and it's the one with the stand.
Oh, those are pretty big too.
I showed
right?
it. Yeah, they're pretty big. So I found the Boba Fett online. Daniel has one of the 12. And I found the Boba Fett on eBay for like $125, and I found a seller on Instagram selling it for $30 with the original backer card and everything.
Whoa.
And I was like, I have to get this. So, so I bought that just today. I'm in a lot of like pin exchanges and stuff too. So I've been doing a lot of shopping for other people, which is fun.
Okay.
And I've been really on this kick of like vintage pins. Like I bought an old Minnie Mouse, like sewing the like Betsy Ross, like sewing the flag with the 13 circles. So that one's like super old. And I bought an old Donald Duck, things that like don't even apply to my collections. Like I'm just obsessed with all these old ones. And yeah, haven't stopped. I told Daniel today before I jumped on, I was like, okay, July, I'm in pin jail. Like, nope, can't do
I
it.
just came out of pin jail. So
No pin jail for going to the parks.
Oh, but I have my Disney Rewards Visa thing for that. I've been saving up all my point cash.
Okay.
I have like $300 like on my little rewards card, and I'm like, I'm saving this for a trip.
Yes.
That's pin money right there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm not buying pins because I'm in too many like swaps and stuff where people are buying me pins.
Okay.
So I don't want to duplicate. Plus, I'm going to Orlando in 3 weeks, and there's a lot of awesome pin shops that we'll go to. So
I know you were telling me about some other shops by Disney, right?
yeah.
Oh, they're
that's
amazing.
the one in the flea market, right?
Yeah. Well, there's that one, Booster Packs and Beyond, that we went to this last time, and then we also went to I don't know the names of them. We went to 2 others, but Cherie, Surfer Girl 326, actually told me about another place like Hope Thrift or something like that. So I'm going to try to check that out this time as well.
Yeah, let me know, Mary, because I
Cherie,
only
tell
know
me
that
again.
one. I only know the Booster Packs and Beyond. I don't know any other ones. So if you find out, or if she can put that up there.
Yeah, that's what I say. Cherie, put it in the chat. What is it? Hope Thrift? That
sounds familiar.
Yeah. So Michael and I have 3 days that we're not in the park. So we're going to be down there for 8 days, and we only have 5 park reservations.
Okay.
So we have 3 days where we're just going to kind of chill and ride around Orlando, which we did that one day. Yeah, we did that, in May as well when we were down there because there were no parks to go to. But
that's always good.
Yeah. Kind of excited about it. So yeah, no, I'm not buying pins except for the one that I showed you earlier.
Oh,
that is so
cute.
Oh
That
my
is
God,
such a
that
cute
is
pin.
so cute.
So I started, because my oldest son plays baseball, I started a small baseball collection.
That is adorable, though.
Yeah.
Is there a team that he likes? What's his baseball team? Does he have a baseball team he loves?
Mm-hmm. Cameron knows.
What is
Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Marlin?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not the New York Yankees?
Nope.
No Yankees. He said, I don't really follow sports.
Cherie, what do you mean by be careful? She said just be careful.
Maybe that's the name of the store. I'm kidding.
Maybe she's just looking out, like, be careful, like, you know, don't drop like
Hope
$1,000
Thrift.
there.
Oh, but she doesn't know if they're open yet. But it is Hope Thrift.
Okay.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Susan, I love that Dumbo. It's super cute and it just
That
had
is
a baseball, so I had to have him.
Oh, that's awesome. But you know, Mary, when you were saying that, you know, it's nice to go to Disney and just kind of like take a break and then just kind of do other things besides the parks. I feel like that's always so important. Like when we go, we try to do other stuff besides also going to the parks. We typically just end up going to the outlets and going to Character Warehouse and then just, you know, but you just kind of like enjoy like on your own time. Like you just kind of like relax, go to a store, maybe check out other stores and go eat and just, I don't know, just it's always nice to have like that, you know, extra time to yourself, you know, kind of like away from like, because when I go to the park, I plan out my day. Like I know that I have fast passes or a certain time, and then I have lunch, and then I have other fast passes, and then I have planned my day accordingly. So it's kind of like, you know, there's like no rest.
You have to.
Yeah.
But now we're not going to be doing that.
True.
Now it's going to be like going to the parks when we were kids. So I'm kind of
True.
excited about it.
You know what? I was just talking to him about that I kind of miss the, you know, you go into a park and you go for a kiosk for a fast pass instead of everybody's on their phones and everybody's getting, it's kind of like, I used to like that. Like, all right, everybody run to Space Mountain. And then I'm going to go and run over and get the passes or at the kiosk in wherever, Pirates or something. But it's like, I miss that. And I just feel like things are just so like, you can't get, sometimes you don't have a chance to even get on stuff because if you're not quick enough on your phone or you're not there at the right time, you don't get it.
Right.
I mean, it kind of stinks because when I was a kid, like Mary's saying, we didn't even have fast passes back then. You went and you stood in line, or I used to get the ticket books and you used to do the A ticket, B ticket. That's what we used to do as kids.
So you think that's more fair than the fast
and wait,
pass
I have a
system they
really
have?
funny story. When we went from the tickets, when we went from the ticket books when I was little to the passes, you would have a paper pass. And my mother didn't know because it was so new. She didn't know that you showed your pass when you got into the parks.
And that was it.
And that was it. So what she did is, in my little terry cloth jumper, she decided she's going to pin it on me. So when we would go up to each ride, I think actually it was like, it might have been Big Thunder Mountain. We were going up to, and the person is like, no. You don't have to wear that on you. You just got to show it at the gate.
Yeah.
But she thought I had to show it every single time because we have the tickets. Every single attraction you gave a ticket, right? And it's just funny because I'll never forget. I was mortified because nobody else had a friggin' pass pinned on them, the little safety pin, but me and my sister. And I'm like, oh, Mom, really?
Oh.
My dad remembers the tickets too, like the paper ticket little like leaflets that you would get or something.
Yeah. And then
he remembers them.
You could get more of them. They used to have these little booths set up and then you could go get. Exactly. Yeah. And we didn't wait in line 5 hours for whatever attraction because it was under control. You had a ticket, you went. And
I think I think like detoxing away from the fast pass system is like just really great. I think that'd be good because I think I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good at all.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And at least not the way Walt Disney World does their fast pass system. So it'll be nice to like
I agree, Cameron.
Break away.
100%.
Yeah, it'd be nice to just go into a park and just compete with everybody else for whatever attraction you're going to get on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so hard, you know, now because people have things so booked out that you just can't get on stuff where it's been booked out for months and you know all this other stuff.
We
it's just
used
so
to
hard.
get up when we used to go to the Magic Kingdom. We used to stay outside of Disney. This is like when the Polynesian Contemporary opened. I think the golf resort was just opening.
It's now shades of green.
Right. And so what we used to do is we stayed outside of that area before our parents could afford it. So when we would go in, we were there from the moment the park opens till the moment the park closed. But at that time, the park closed, Magic Kingdom, at 2:00 in the morning. So we were there from the moment it opened till the moment it closed. And my poor father was like carrying me because I was little. And my sister is just hanging on him. And he's like, okay. And then tomorrow we do the same thing. We did 7 days at the Magic Kingdom. 7. And I think River Country was in the middle of it all, but every day was Magic Kingdom because there was no other park yet.
Yeah.
And it's just really funny, thinking about that, how simple things were back then, and now through COVID, everything is going to go, as Cameron was saying, back to maybe more of a simpler time, and I think we do need that.
Yeah. At the same time, they're changing technology so that your phone will now work like a magic band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which they do that at Disneyland already.
Yeah, which I wish they would just go the other way, kind of. I wish they would just leave magic bands as they are. The more we're tied
I love my magic
the
band.
more we're tied to the phones and stuff, man, it just gets in the way,
Yeah, well, it's good for pictures and video though, so I don't have to.
Yeah, but aside from that though, now it's like it's your reservation system, and now it'll be your park ticket.
No, you know what's great? When we used to do video back in the day, you had these big video recorders, right? And
like on your shoulder.
Yes.
Just about, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now you get your phone out and it's just like,
Yeah, now it's easy to do that stuff, but I do like not plugging stuff.
No, you know what ruins it? You ever watch, and everyone's watching the Castle Show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has their phone up, and I am short, and I'm like, please, I can't see anything.
Yeah,
because
there's a sea of phones. Yeah.
Yeah. What about like holding an iPad?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like that's too hard.
iPads are
Like,
come on.
I haven't seen that yet, but that's hilarious. I could totally imagine someone doing that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
When we were there in January, wasn't there somebody in front of you, Laura, holding an iPad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had no idea that you could dim it either, because the thing was it looked like a nuclear reactor going off.
Yeah, all I know is that I had somebody with an iPad in front of me, and I had Mary singing next to me, and I was like, can't I just enjoy Mary singing? Get this darn iPad out of my face. God.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, the
I
iPad.
definitely was thinking.
That was nice. That was so nice when you guys were down there. When you guys were down there, and then I got to see Cameron. That was like really nice,
Oh, it was
And
nice.
Cameron
It was
had never
cool.
seen the show
She'd
before.
never seen the show, yeah. It was her first time.
Yeah.
I was way up in the front, so I missed the
Yeah.
iPad. But it was I do remember a lot of the photos that I took of it. I have a ton of phones.
Other
Yeah.
phones, yeah.
So
there's
Susan's-
no intimacy in taking pictures anymore there for that.
Susan's
No, I'm
asking if we
totally-
saw they put the COVID trackers on our phones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
No,
think I've
I've
saw
not
anything
seen
about
that
that.
That's Susan's asking that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't think I saw
Do y'all
anything
all
about
have iPhones?
that. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it rolled out initially with the iPhones. I think you can go like in your settings
Mhm.
and you'll see like a health and safety or something like that. And it'll say like a
sure.
COVID checker. So like whenever you get like tested and it's showing positive, it marks your phone and then it lets other phones
Wow.
react and are tagged or flagged or however in the app on your phone if you're within a certain range of someone who has been affected. So it's
Oh,
tracking it
wow.
even if you don't even know.
Wow. So your phone would just start going off like there's a there's like an Amber Alert, except it's a COVID alert.
Here, Susan said, go into your
Oh my
privacy
God.
and then help, and you will see it.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't have an iPhone. I did hear
Let me
that they were
see.
going to roll out something, but
Melissa, get that phone
for
out.
Android, but like
Let me
mine's
see.
still trying to do a update, and I'm refusing to update it. I just keep
Yeah.
hitting later.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, is that what? There's a thing that kept on showing up on my phone that said something about an update with carrier update. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Now carrier updates usually.
I don't
just
know,
are
I'm
for your
Android.
carrier settings.
It's for the what?
just for your provider. Usually.
frightening.
Oh, okay.
So that's usually not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, this would be part of a regular update.
It'd be in settings.
Oh, that's true. Look at this.
I don't
So
like
I
that.
found it.
Go to
Should it's
privacy.
help.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it does. Like when you do come in possible contact, like with someone, I don't know. But yeah, I've seen it recorded.
It is there. Mine's on off.
Yeah.
I have my.
COVID
Mine's
exposure
off.
log.
Can you see that?
Mine's off.
That is crazy.
I ain't turning that on.
Wow. So
Nah.
yeah, you turn that on. Forget it. People are gonna start beating you down.
I know. I'll be like, hey, what if it glitches and it says like, what if it glitches? All kind of people think, I don't know. I mean, in theory, it sounds like it will serve a purpose, but
Wow.
I don't know. But going back to like Disney, what Beard the Barbarian is saying, everybody's watching everything on their phones rather than than looking at the actual show, which is true too. Like sometimes you do see that you're trying to watch a show and like there's that one person with the iPad in front of you that's not even watching the show. They're just,
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Susan said they track you without it being on. They just do it automatically.
Eesh.
How does Susan know all of this? How is she so knowledgeable?
Susan's working for someone.
Twinkling Beauty.
Twinkling Beauty is working for someone. She's working for
Just give us a scoop.
The National Health Institute of somewhere.
Wow, she knows this stuff.
But you still have to put in there in your health data that you're infected in order for it to, because it's not going to populate it automatically, right? You still have to populate it saying that you've been diagnosed as positive, I'd imagine. Because your phone's not going to know just because.
I don't know.
But if they have your health records and your information, like from your regular stuff.
Oh, they might link a phone number to everything.
Yeah, because you have to put a phone number in, like when you fill out a doctor's form or whatever. So that's might be how they get it.
Well, I'm putting in 8675309.
They don't get that. They don't.
Oh my gosh, I
Everyone needs one of those jitterbugs.
Yeah, we need burner phones.
8675309.
See?
Cameron knew it.
Now, you know what's funny, Cameron? When we lived in New Jersey, I went to ShopRite, and they asked for your phone number to get your discount, like when you're leaving. And I put in 609-867-5309, and I got somebody's discount.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. That's serious.
That is too funny. I used to work for a bank years ago, and when I was first starting, somebody called and I was taking a message, and he was one of my supervisors just playing a joke on me, and they were like, "Yeah, this message is for so and so. Take my number." So I took the number, and then as I was done, I told my coworker, "Hey, you need to call 867-5309," and everybody started laughing because I didn't get it right there because I was just new at the job, and I'm like, "Hey, this is the phone number. You got to call." And then after I heard everybody laughing and I kind of read it back to myself, I'm like, really?
That's so
they
funny.
got me. But I think
there's like a rap song that has a phone number in it. Y'all probably don't know, but I think it's for like Bubba Sparks or something, but we used to call it all the time back in high school, and it would actually have like a recording and it would play a song for it. It was so cool.
So
I'm really old.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh my gosh. So we're sitting there talking about 867-5309. I can tell you who did that song. Tommy Two-Tone was the guy's name.
Or maybe it was Mike Jones. Now I can't remember.
So
maybe. Oh yes, I think it was Mike Jones. You know what? The only reason I know is because Dirk likes Mike Jones, and and all this music. So that's why I know. Because he would grab the phone number, and wouldn't he say to call it? Right? He would say to actually call. Right?
Yeah, you could actually call. We used to do it all the time, and you would hear like a recording, and it would like sing some of his music in the background.
Yeah,
now I gotta look that up. I'm so
anybody
lame.
goes to CVS. Go to CVS now and give them that phone number so they can print out your 30-foot long receipt. Do that. Give them 867-5309. They probably got crazy discounts. I'll bet you.
They had Christmas music on last week in CVS West in Altamont. There was a Christmas song that came on, and I was like, "What is going on right now?"
I'd be so excited to hear Christmas music right now.
I
It
love
was
Christmas.
exciting, but I was like, "What is going on?"
Now I'm ready
I was
for
beyond
Christmas.
excited to see that Hobby putting out Christmas merchandise.
Already?
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Well,
So
I mean,
early.
Christmas in July. We're almost in July, so I can see how
True.
Christmas stuff's already. I mean, on the I mean, we already have some like the Halloween previews, like like Funko released the Funkoween, and then there's like a bunch of like Disney like Funko releases that are going to be coming out like in September. So there's like a bunch of like Haunted Mansion Funko Pops that are coming out for Funkoween, and I think there's like a Mickey and Minnie, and there's a bunch of like Hocus Pocus Pops that are coming out. So when I saw that earlier this month, I was just like, Halloween already. But hey,
Yeah,
Hobby Lobby won with Christmas.
it's true. It's true.
There's gonna be no trick or treating at doors this year, probably.
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Well, kind of like they could put like hand sanitizer and mask in kids' buckets, kind of like how dentists put toothpaste and stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Or
Hey, Juliana.
we could just throw things at kids from a distance. That'd be even better.
Like one of those T-shirt cannon things. They have it, like,
exactly.
There you go.
They have the sporting events when they shoot them up.
You know what's really funny about that you mentioned that, the T-shirt launcher? There's a guy in New York that sued because apparently the launcher was like 2 feet from his face. That thing knocked him unconscious, broke his jaw and everything. The T-shirt
Wow.
launcher. How do you put that in a
you told me
lawsuit?
that.
You
That's
put that in your
crazy.
lawsuit. I was taken up by the T-shirt launcher. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh,
Can you
that's
imagine
funny.
like somebody is in a coma before the quarantine hit, and then they wake up and it's like, what is going on?
It's The Walking
here?
Dead.
It is The Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's The Walking Dead.
But I think about that, like, what if you were like out of commission and you wake up and it's like, what is going on?
What happened?
You know?
Yeah, the world is crazy. You know what happened
Well-
though? If I was going to throw candy at kids, I would be that one dude, right, who would get that stale as hell Zagnut or something and gun it at some kid and take him out with it. I'd be that guy, right? And then the lawsuit comes.
A stale
Yeah.
sad
He
nut.
had my kid with a stale Hershey's Kiss. Oh, thanks.
I saw that Bearded Barbarian was talking about the Funkoween Pops. So they're very popular. Do any of you guys collect Funko Pops? Well, I know that Mary's been collecting them, and Laura, you have some too, right? How about you, Cameron?
I have a plan too. So Paisley, I know you guys know she loves Toy Story. So I have these ledge shelves and I want to collect the Toy Stories 1, 2, 3, and 4 and put them all together on the shelves.
Oh, that's
That'd be
cute.
cool.
So
Aw.
I have a goal, but I just haven't started that yet.
Aw.
It is a good goal. And plus, you're keeping it kind of contained so it doesn't get out of control.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, those Funko
I'm really
folks
good
are a
about
little
being
crazy.
strict.
Juliana has.
Juliana
She
has like
actually
an
has
immense
started.
collection. It's very impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's got quite the collection.
Yeah, Mary, what is that headband number 6?
Yeah, now she's got a headband on.
Week 5.
Wow.
5.
Cameron gave me this.
Aw.
Oh, the Chip and Dale one.
That is so cute.
I think Josh is on.
Oh, hey Josh.
Hey, Josh. Josh collects Funkos.
Oh, yes, he does.
He does. Josh and I were talking about it on Instagram, and he has over 100, right, Josh? You have over 100 Funko Pops. Like, I don't have as many. I have just under 40, 30 something, because I spend my money on pins. But
And
I mean,
Pops.
yeah.
Yeah, hey,
Oh,
no, wait,
Darren's
Alan's
here.
Hey, Val.
Hello.
yeah, but you saw what happened with the Dwight release, right?
Oh my goodness. Yes. This was another fiasco. So it's not just Disney with the crazy releases. Like,
Yeah.
so I got
So
the
what
email.
happened?
So I don't know if you guys watch The Office, but there's this one
You know
character.
we do.
So this one character, Dwight. He's like this goofy, funny guy on the show. So Funko has like these like pop-up releases during the week that are limited edition. And then I think it was yesterday they were releasing Dwight, this character Dwight. It was like a special edition, and it went live at 2 p.m. and the website crashed. I spent a lot of the time on my phone, trying to get this Funko Pop. And in the end, I added it to my bag and it kept on saying that it was trying to calculate shipping rates. And it stayed there until eventually, I guess they took it down from the website. And then later on, they said they were going to re-release it maybe sometime next week. I don't know. Yeah. Were you guys trying to get it too, Jody?
No, we were. He showed it to me, and then what was on there? I think it's from the Christmas one, right? With
the doll, yeah.
Yeah, Princess Unicorn.
Princess Unicorn.
Yeah.
Did Juliana get it by any chance? I know she was in the chat.
I did see her, but I was talking to her yesterday and she had the same issue as me. She was actually the one that told me that they were going to re-release it because I was still at work, so I couldn't kind of keep track with it too much. But yeah, she was the one that told me that they were going to re-release it. So I'm hoping that I can get lucky because I'm sure this is going to be like a really valuable pop. And I just think it's so cool. I mean, because I'm starting to collect more The Office Funko Pops now because I really like the show. So it's not just Disney. I have some The Office Pops. I actually just got some recently from the new wave, but I definitely want to try to get that one. So I don't know. I saw Bearded Barbarian was here. I don't know if he was trying to get that one too, but we'll see. That's another crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. Now, didn't they also do they did a Pegasus release during the week, right?
They did.
Yeah, that was really cute.
It was a really nice
that was
Pegasus.
so cute.
It was really cute.
No, I think that's when Melissa was on with McDorks, right? They showed it that night.
On Monday, yes.
Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't try to get it because I don't really collect Hercules, and but I thought it was really cute. The Pegasus.
Baby Pegasus is so cute.
Yeah. So Valerie is asking, when is the second castle coming out? Oh, of course, Dwight. So no dates yet. We don't have any dates for the Disney Castle or Main Attraction. And the Ink and Paint Disney Store key should be coming out in the US as well. We just don't know when. It came out already in the UK.
Yes.
And but yeah, it should be coming to the US. We just don't have a date just yet. Kind of waiting on that.
Yeah.
Well, no, you'll let us know as soon as you know the dates. We'll know the dates.
Mary, can you hear us?
Here on Instagram.
Mary, can you hear us? She sent us a message on our chat saying that she can't really hear us.
Mary, can you hear me?
No.
A lot of static. I can't hear what you guys are saying.
No, we can hear her a little bit.
We can hear you because sometimes it gets a little staticky when you talk. So when you can't hear us because you hear static? Is that what you said?
She can't hear us. Let's talk about her right now.
I don't have any I don't think the static is me because I keep turning my mic off.
Because sometimes when you start talking, it gets a little like staticky. Like when you had your mic off, we couldn't hear it. But can you hear us okay?
I just hear static when y'all talk.
I don't know. Let's see if it takes care of itself. Do you have your headphones? You want to try your headphones and see if that's it? No?
No, the boys are both playing video games, so they're using the headphones.
I gotcha. But I mean it's not like too bad or anything.
Technology.
I know. I just saw that Bearded Barbarian said that he couldn't get it, the Funko Pop, because the website was having issues.
Yeah.
But he did get Pegasus. Pegasus was a really nice one.
Big pop too. It was a big pop.
Was it
Oh
a big
yeah.
one?
It was wide like this. It
The
was big.
most ridiculous one is that gigantic Indiana Jones. I love
The
Indiana
10-inch
Jones.
pops. Yeah.
Oh, that's
he's on Shop
huge.
Who has
Disney.
that? Who has that? McDorks or Juliana? One of them has that big one.
Maybe McDorks, but I think they still have that on Shop Disney because when I was looking for Splash Mountain Funko Pops, I think I still saw the 10-inch Indiana Jones there.
They have a bunch of them. We were in Disney
It's still out
Springs a
there.
couple weeks ago. They still have, yeah.
It's still there.
What do you do with that? What do you do? It's huge.
It's gigantic. Yeah.
Just display it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really collect
I wouldn't know
Indiana
what to do
Jones, the
with
cool
something
one,
like
but
It is a cool one.
I like the little guys, the little the mini Funko Pops.
like the regular size.
Even the smaller ones, the minis.
Oh,
Minis
like
are not
Bob.
Yeah,
Like
Bob's
Bob.
tiny, the little guy.
Bob's
Yeah.
little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see Val was saying that she wants all of the Peter Pan
The
main
Bear
attraction merch.
Barbarian has it. He has
Get
it.
in line. We want it too.
I
I
know.
was talking about the
Oh my
main attraction stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier, Val, about the main attraction stuff and how the U.S. is kind of just left hanging.
Hey, the
Yeah.
Bear Barbarian has the Indiana Jones one.
You know, I'm not surprised. He's got quite a collection as well.
He
from what
does.
I
He
can
does.
gather.
He's a nice guy too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cleon over Bearded Barbarian, he has some awesome collectibles. He's always doing these like awesome unboxings. So guys, definitely check him out. He has like tons of Funko Pops. He has comics, which comics are like super popular. Like
Juliana started getting into that.
yes. Like, do you have any comics, Cameron?
I do. I have some old comics.
Okay,
We have
What do you have?
we have this really cool, super fun, huge store down here. It's a used bookstore, and I majored in literature, and I love collecting books. But they have an entire comic book section too. So Daniel loves comics, and I picked him up a couple. I think I have like the Incredible Hulk. Not anything like crazy, but I just picked up some stories for him one time. I have like the Hulk, and I think I picked up like some X-Men ones and Batman, of course. So a little variation of like all the main
Superheroes.
universes or whatever you call them and stuff. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, they're really fun. They're like in the little protective sleeves, and there's just like tables and tables and tables of just boxes, and you just like finger through them, kind of like records, like those old stores with records in them too. And but then like surrounding it is just nothing but like Archie comic memorabilia and just like really cool, like super awesome comics that are just like framed and mounted, and you're not allowed to touch them. They're behind glass. So it's a really cool store. I like spending time there.
That is so awesome.
Pre-COVID.
Oh, that's so awesome. I've seen there's a lot of like YouTubers are like big comic collectors, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they grade them, right? Like based on how well the comic is like preserved. They have like different grades on it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can do that. The same thing like with baseball cards and any other some collectibles like that.
Hey,
you can get them graded.
Even pins.
Yeah.
Like fantasy pins, I see like, they'll do like grade B pin sales and stuff like that.
Really?
Like they have.
I didn't know that. Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
do the grade. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like small imperfections, but nothing that really takes away from like the overall.
Right.
Oh, so they're like B stock, right? B stock type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when it comes to like comic books, like just like baseball cards or any collectible card, Pokemon cards, whatever. There's two big companies that do those. I think it's PSA does them, and Beckett's is another one that does like sports and
Christian does
cards.
that. Basketball cards.
So they're crazy. I mean, they're like, look, they go with like loops and microscopes on your card, and they can tell you whether it's perfectly centered, and they give you a grade, and that grade has a lot to do with determining its eventual value. For something that's a real collectible. Like my son has a card. I think the card, he pulled it from a box this year, and the card was worth $250. If it was a 9, it was a 10, it was like a $750 card.
There was one
That's
even
awesome.
more than
Wow.
that. He just had to. He sold for like more
Yeah, he
money
sold
than
the
that.
card for like
He's always
$650
selling
recently.
cards and
And
purchasing.
it all has to do with
cards,
that grading. So yeah, like my comic book, the only comic book I have is my Kiss comic book, and that comic book would not grade a 10 because there's, even though the comic book itself, from what I could tell, is in extraordinarily good shape. It was never even opened, but there's a little mark across the center of the book, which would affect its grading. So I paid like $75 for it. That comic book as a 10 would cost $500.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
So-
crazy.
yeah, that was from 1977.
Yeah.
So-
Mary, do you have any comics? Or does Michael have any comics?
No, Logan, do you have comics? Logan is sitting here, but I thought he had some comic books, but I guess he doesn't. He used to have some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you guys hear him talking?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Logan.
They all say, "Hey, Logan."
Hello. Hi. Yeah, I mean, like I'm so intrigued by all these like comic channels that I'm seeing too, like, and learning so much about, like, you know, just the grades and all the cool stuff they have. I mean, you think that a lot of the collectibles that we have now, you know, pins, Funko Pops, they came up from comic book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've always
Yeah,
been I've always liked like paper things. Like I collect vintage postcards and books and stuff. But it everything boils down to like the written word, you know? Like that's how I always feel. Like everything boils down to the written word. And like now we have all these immaculate stories and everything that we're just obsessed with. But
Oh
just
yeah.
one more thing now for Mel to collect. Now she's gonna have a shelf over there with comic books on it.
Comic books, I know. I think I might hold off on the comic books just because I already collect way too much. Like I have the pins and I have the pops
Yeah.
and I have the Disney store keys, and I'm trying to get all these. I have pre-ordered all these Funko Pops, so I think I'm gonna have to pass on the comics. But I mean, they look very like appealing.
It's a pricey endeavor, though, getting into comics.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get into it. I do think they're pretty awesome, but they wanna.
They're pretty cool.
I collect
Yeah.
stuff like this.
Let me put you full screen.
This is an
Oh.
envelope.
Oh,
That's too cool.
that's awesome.
I like that.
Oh, that's
And you
really
can just-
nifty.
Cool.
Yeah, so I collect things like that. And Logan is here now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I like Cameron. I like the little paper things.
Yeah, there is something nice about, especially when you're collecting things like whether it's cards or whether it's books or anything like that. I know for myself, I'm very tactile when I read something. I don't read a whole lot, but when I do, I want a book. I don't want to
Okay.
read it on a screen. I want that tactile book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, and I think there's something that's really
I agree.
just, it's a different experience than if you have an e-reader or something like that. Just having an
Right.
actual book. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of like
I agree.
really weird, and like when I'm reading online like things, it's so easy for people just to go delete. And it's
Yep.
what, you know, you're reading the story you grew up reading or like whatever. It can be completely distorted, if not just completely erased from, you know, people's accessibility. But if I have the original book in my hand, I know like what it's supposed to say, how it's supposed to turn out, and I can read those original words right there. I don't ever like to read things like too much online, especially classics.
Right.
They
I
change
got
them to the times.
Mhm.
I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not much of a reader, but the last few books that I read, I'd read on like iTunes. Well, not iTunes. Well, on just like my phone. I downloaded it from iTunes, so I had it on like my phone. It's been a while since I actually read an actual book. But I think it comes down to I'm not really much of a reader, but I know what you mean about just, you know, how it feels special to actually have a book and just read it than reading it
Mhm.
online.
Yep. Yeah, it's a different experience reading an actual book. For me, it was. You know, there's a couple of books that I read a few years back. I think, I would have lost something if I read them any other way. Because I didn't realize in looking at it, and one of the books that I have was written by two people. It was written by a chef, and it was written by a guy who owned the restaurant that the chef worked in. And there was contextual differences, like differences in typeface, so you would know who was talking at some points. I think you might lose that, in an e-reader or some other format. But that's the only way I would know is by looking at it.
Yeah.
And I was reading Val's comment. Yes, I feel the same way. I wish I never paid more than $10 for a pin.
Yes.
I feel like it never happens, especially if it's an LE pin. It's going to cost you $17.99.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not $10. You know what? Even the OE pins, when you go to Disney Springs to try to get OE pins, or at the parks, aren't they like $12.99 now or something? The OE pins, they're not even $10 anymore, or there's some that are $10.
Some are, but some are $14.99.
OE, right?
Yeah.
I'm the worst. I know no prices. I know.
She literally doesn't even
nothing.
look. She just takes them and puts them in the cart.
I'll be like, oh, I like this one.
That one's pretty.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Let me see here. So what do you guys have coming up in your channel? So I'll start with, with Cameron. What do you have coming up? Do you have anything coming up this week? What?
I do. I have a plush tag. I'm doing the plush tag. I was tagged to do that, so I'm going to be posting that. And I have some pin haul videos. I'm working on a video about doing my daughter's birthday party, all in Toy Story themed. So all the different treats and stuff that we made that were all themed to the party, I'm trying to piece together what I've been able to salvage. I did have a memory card corrupt, so I had to buy a software to try to recover that those videos and stuff. So I'm trying to work around and piece together what I can. So that one might take a while, but just some fun things.
That's awesome. And that plush tag, it's pretty cool. Lizzie Disneyland created that plush tag, and I think it's pretty awesome because I haven't seen a plush tag before. And I'm definitely excited to see what you're gonna pick for that.
They're all my daughters. I don't own any plushes. And I bounce back. I call them stuffed animals. Does anyone else call them stuffed animals?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
I do too.
I kept calling them stuffed animals, and I was trying really hard just to say plushes or plushies.
You know what it is about you, Cameron? You are a lot younger than me, but you have an old soul about you. Everything you do is hello, Dolly, and it's things like what?
Yeah.
It's
I've been told that before.
It's very refreshing.
Thanks.
Hello, Dolly. Yentl, we were talking about,
Oh, I love Yentl. Papa, can you hear me?
Oh.
We'll do a concert.
Yeah, I'll pull out a
little duet.
We got Hamilton coming out. Hamilton's coming on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Hamilton.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Everybody watch Hamilton.
Cannot wait.
Watch Hamilton.
I haven't seen it, so I have to,
I'm
check it
excited.
out.
Yeah, I saw it on Broadway, which is really cool.
Oh wow!
And
good for you.
Well, sorry. Yeah, I saw it. It was not the original cast, but we did see it on Broadway.
Boo-hoo.
Anyway, but it was so much better than I could have ever anticipated.
Yeah, I see Valerie talking about when did they become plushes, and
when Lizzie talks about it, they're plushies.
Right?
Plushies, yeah, they're plushies.
Yeah. Lizzie says plushies.
I picked up the terminology from her because I also was calling them stuffed animals.
See? What happened?
So.
I actually like the term plushies better. Plushies
Me too.
are really cute. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty psyched to see Hamilton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry. I interrupted the whole thing there. So continue on.
And then she jumped away.
Continue.
But we're also in the plushie tag, right?
No, we're not.
We're not in the plushie tag.
Mm-mm. We're in a. We were supposed because we had to
No.
We had to take a break from our channel, sort of, for reasons.
Yeah.
So we're only doing swaps on that channel.
Yeah, but didn't we do a plushie thing?
No, yes, that was a swap, honey.
Yeah.
It was a swap. It was a box swap we did.
So that's all.
actually Val's. It was Val's.
Oh yeah, it was Val swap.
We just recorded it. It didn't get. And also we did a Funko swap with James from, what is it, Melissa? James
Jamie Z 3000.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we did it. We have to put that. We did a Funko swap with him.
They're already done. They're already edited. Everything's out there. We just have to
We
set a
did the
date for that
Fate
one.
swap. Well, we're done that one, Mary. We did the Fate swap one, and
Yeah, I mean, but,
a bunch of swaps coming.
there's
up.
gonna be, like I said, there's gonna be a Bob video coming because Bob took on his first water slide. So
And hammock ride.
yeah, he did a hammock. Yeah, he did a hammock. He went to the beach, and he
didn't go
went
to the
down.
beach,
He
went to the
saw the
pool.
beach. He saw the beach,
saw
which includes the little turtle things that I talked about, where they mark them off.
nesting.
Yeah, you'll see the turtle nests, and
And there, he has a little friend in this
he's
one.
got a little friend with
He's
him in
got
this
the
one, yeah,
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
who happens to be on fire, but that's fine.
And they're sunbathing together.
Or sunbathing.
Nice.
and
Yes,
then-
we are insane. We're doing this, and he's videotaping it, right? And there's a woman sitting behind us, and I'm like, yeah, you move him over a little, have them looking like they're talking. This woman goes, can I ask you a question? What are you doing? And I was like, we have this Bob's Big Boy YouTube thing. I said, he does the voice for Bob's Big Boy. She goes, oh. I said, yeah, I've been in quarantine a little too long. And she said, are you laughing? Then that's the most important thing of all. I said,
Yeah.
yes, we are.
Oh.
So yeah, so I did dare to take Bob to the top of the water slide and go down and videotape Bob's descent. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun.
I love how
I can't
creative
wait.
y'all are with that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
I
survived.
know.
Wait.
Yeah, he survived, and so did my phone, which is a good thing. Yeah, it should be good. Then after that, I think Bob's gonna go on a date.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Are you glad you asked?
Of course. Want to know what's going on with you guys? How about you, Mary? What do you guys have coming up in your channel?
Okay, so the 29th is Year of the Ear for June. We have a lot of channels involved in that swap. Most of you guys already know what that is. And if you can't see behind me, we have happy birthday decor because we're doing a video a day in July, because July is mine and Austin, my oldest son's birthday. So we have a lot of stuff coming up for that.
Nice.
Cool.
And yeah, and Cameron so graciously tagged me, is tagging me in the plushie tag. So I guess we're gonna be doing that as well. And then
Very cool.
and then on the 4th, Melissa and I have a box swap coming.
Nice.
Excellent.
So
Oh, I do
And
have
then-
a box swap coming too with Leah from Urban Leah Ellen.
And-
on Monday.
and then we're going to the parks in the middle of the month. So towards the end of the month, there will be trip vlogs.
I was going to ask you, you're going to vlog that, right?
I am, but actually only one will go up on this channel. So the rest of them will go up on the other channel.
Ooh.
So
Mm.
I'm going to transition all vacations and adventures to our new channel.
Yeah, she
and then
told us
this-
about that.
Yeah. And then this channel will be specifically for stuff for Tony and I together.
Cool.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Is
just
that a
didn't want to
channel?
I just didn't want to take over too much of what we're supposed to be doing together for
Makes
just
sense.
my family stuff.
Mhm.
I
No, it
see.
makes complete sense.
Is that a
Sometimes
channel?
you gotta do that.
What, Melissa?
Is that a channel that you want to promote, that you want to kind of keep out there too, just like the Sisketears, or is that something that you want to keep more of, like, something more like private, or what are you hoping to do with this other channel?
It's basically just going to be for our trips. It's called McCraven's Magical Adventures.
Okay.
It doesn't have any videos yet, but the trip vlogs from my birthday trip will be the first videos that go up for it, and it'll be a lot of videos because I plan on vlogging a lot while we're down there.
Cool.
Val.
That's exciting.
Yes.
That's exciting.
It's
Looking
called
forward.
McCraven's Magical Adventures. It doesn't have very many subscribers. You're looking at the subscribers right now. So you're looking at all of them. So except for Tony. I think Tony is subscribed with her personal channel. So if you guys want to go and subscribe, you can, but the first video won't go up until probably the beginning of August.
Yeah. Do you have the link so we can throw it on the chat?
I don't. I might. Hold on.
Let me-
I can do it.
Okay.
I can figure it out.
You
I'm
can
not
do
tech
it.
savvy.
So just drop the link on the chat, just like you would any other comment.
Mel, what do you have going on? Oh, Mel's gone.
All right, to go for a second. So I do have the 4th of July box swap with Mary. We're calling it the Girl Power box swap. So
Yes.
we picked some specific items to swap with each other, and based on the whole, girl power. So everything is going to be either Disney or Marvel or Star Wars female characters.
Oh, that's
So,
nice.
so we
Yeah.
plan to have, a lot of fun with this. I mean, I had a lot of fun filming it and getting items from Mary.
I enjoyed it.
Like after I was done filming, I texted Mary and I'm like, "Oh my god!" and Mary texted me too. So It's a super fun swap. So again, it goes out 4th of July, and as usual, I do have more pin videos coming out. And tomorrow I'm gonna have a live with Lizzie.
Oh, I did see that
at 11 a.m.
Okay.
And then excuse me. And then we're going to be talking about just different Disney collectibles, plushies, pins, Funkos, all that good stuff.
Plushies for sure.
Yes.
Plushies.
Yeah, Lizzie,
Oh, yeah.
Lizzie is absolutely adorable. We love her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope.
Yes.
She is great.
I hate that they can't be on because it's so late for them.
I know.
I know.
Look, Val
It
wants
is
to know
late.
when the first video drops, Mary.
Yeah. So it will probably be the beginning of August, because it'll take me time to edit and get all those vlogs together, because my trip is towards the end of July.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting though.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Like I said, I didn't want to take up what Tony and I were trying to do together for all the trips. It's like Michael and I had a lot of trips planned this year. Obviously, we weren't able to do all of them because we got a bunch of stuff canceled. So this was actually supposed to start back in April, I guess. So we're going to start it in August. And also we're doing some baseball stuff for Austin. It'll actually be on this channel this month for his birthday. And him getting a car will be a vlog on the channel this month too.
Well, that is exciting for sure.
So, yeah.
Yes.
We actually have a lot coming. And it was kind of Val who gave me the idea to do the video a day. Just, because that's what she's doing with her 50 by 50. If you guys haven't watched them, go watch them. She's doing a lot of fun stuff.
I've been watching them.
Yeah, I have too.
Yeah, I love to watch Val stuff, actually. I think she's fascinating. She's a fascinating person.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, I love all of our little community. The people that we've gotten to
everybody's
know.
got so much. Everybody has such diverse backgrounds,
Yep.
which is so cool. When you find out things about people, and some of our friends in the UK, and all of you guys, you just find out things about people and their backgrounds, where they come from, and it's just fascinating stuff.
Well, I have an interesting story.
What's that?
That
Fill us in.
that I have done. I have a friend in Belgium that I've done videos that she has sent me stuff from Belgium, right? So when my birthday came in February, she sent me a huge box and it had goodies in it from Belgium and little trinkets from Disney and stuff. And so when her birthday just passed, I sent her a box as well. Well, she's not a YouTuber. So she called me, or actually, did a voicemail and was saying she got the package. And then she said, I'm going to do a YouTube video of me opening your package, but it's just for you and Jody. But she's got like a French accent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she showed me around her place. She showed me her office where she works and her Lego castle, Cinderella's castle, and she opened everything. And she
so
said
nice.
that she wants to do a video chat with me. And eventually she wants to come over here. She's a huge Disney person.
Wow.
And she wants to come over here and meet me. But because of the situation, she can't do that. So we're going to try to video chat. But it was really, it was very touching. Very touching.
Oh, that is
she
sweet.
got
Awesome.
to do the YouTube thing to show me her opening the stuff up. And it was really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, I think we do have a great community. Even, Val saying that we all have a great community. We do. I was actually looking at this one post on the Disney YouTuber Facebook group that was created where, it was kind of promoting people to say who they've connected with on YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw that post. Dan from Dan's Mosaic made the post. And I couldn't just pick one person, because I feel like we all have like our little group.
Yeah,
There's so many people that we've connected with, not only people in the US, but like you said, our good friends in the UK, like Lizzie, like Disney Dan, like Park Pioneer, and everybody is just so awesome. You guys are, everybody here, everybody on the chat. So we all have like our own little group, and everybody's special in their own way. And like you said, Jody, everybody is also very different. Like everybody collects different things. Like we all like pins, but there's also Lizzie likes plushies, and then we have our friends that like Funko Pops, or like as their main collection, and we all collect different like characters, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Peter Pan. So everybody is connected for the love of like Disney and just fandoms and collectibles, yet everybody likes very specific things,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's cool about it is, I think, and what the value of Facebook is that what you collect and how you present yourself.
You mean YouTube?
Yeah, or Facebook. I mean YouTube. You know what I meant. Anyway.
The good, the bad, and the ugly of YouTube.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a conduit to people's lives, right? So everybody's a content creator. And in creating that content, you're learning little bits about people. And that's the fascinating part is not so much what the people are presenting, but it's the person themselves at the end of the day. You can have the greatest collection in the world, but if nobody likes you, you're really...
Well, you're
really not, it's not going to be a good thing.
And I agree. And I also think that we're all genuine.
Right.
Us, like our group, like the people that we click with the most, right?
Yeah,
we're very genuine, because you have those YouTubers out there that are not as genuine. And I just know that when people are genuine, you kind of, know it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, so when we meet in person and stuff, and we've all met in person.
It's emotional. I was emotional when I met
no different. You know what I mean?
I know, just Mary and I still need to meet in person.
Yeah, you guys are the only ones, right? But it's no different. So when I see Mary, it's like Mary's my friend. Cameron's my friend. Daniel's my friend. And I mean, it's like there's no difference in that, because I know you guys through this medium, but you are as you appear. You're not what you're showing.
It is true.
You're not what you're showing. You're not. It doesn't matter what your collection is. It's what you guys present as people. And that's what I find fascinating. So when I watch Val talk, for instance, about living in Brazil and all this other stuff, I get to learn so much about her. Yeah. It's fascinating stuff to me. It really is. I think it's that's the beauty of the whole thing.
And Beauty's up on the chat too, and she's super, super sweet too.
And she gets it too. She gets it exactly like we do. And I think that's really it. I mean, if you're a disgusting human being, people are going to see it no matter what.
Oh yes, they will. Especially in the YouTube community, you will find out. Yeah, you'll find out. Don't get me started.
But this group of people, and the people that we associate with, are great.
Yes, they are.
I agree.
We're all as we appear. This handsome face isn't just for YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm as awkward in person as I am on film.
I saw that and I couldn't decide
on YouTube as I am in person.
Yeah. I couldn't decide who to choose, because I've made so many connections with so many different people.
Oh my God, so cute.
Your ears,
Coco?
Mary.
I
I'm
know.
For Coco.
They're so,
This is the first pair I've put on that I made myself.
they
Really?
are adorable.
They're so cute.
The rest of them have been park ears or somebody else. So, but yeah, I think like Jody was just saying, like listening to other people tell their stories it is fascinating. And while Val doesn't think she's fascinating, everything that everybody talks about, while it's kind of the same, it's all different. Like Melissa said, we're all brought together by Disney, but there's so many different aspects of that and so many different things in our lives. I mean, just take this little group right here. So you guys are almost empty nesters, Jody and Lora. You do have a teenager.
Every single part of it.
Yeah, but you do have a teenager, but you do have adult children. So Cameron, she's on this side. No, she's on this side. Cameron has a little 2-year-old, a 2-year-old little girl. I have 2 teenage boys, and Melissa doesn't have any children, but yet we all are like very close. I feel like our little right here, we're all really close, even though we're all going through different things in our lives. And that's really what which Tony and I, but obviously she isn't able to get back on, but that's what we joined YouTube for, was to meet people that like the same things and have the same interests as us, and to get to know them. And I feel like I've made some really, really good lifelong friends in this community. And I just think that's amazing how that works. And we're all from different places, and and I mean, I could talk about it all day long, and I'll promote a video. So if you haven't seen mine and Cameron's Best Friends video that we put out on Best Friends Day, August the 7th, you should go check that out, because we talk about our friendship and how we became friends and how we are now such great friends. We talk about
story.
Yeah,
and even
you don't get that anywhere, especially now.
No.
I mean, with everything that's gone on. I mean, I think it's really important.
That's the good part about YouTube. And Mary, you said you started it, and I agree with that. You start YouTube because you wanted to connect with people, right? And that's what it's about. And we all kind of stayed true to that. I don't care if honestly, and this is the honest truth, we don't care if we go up in subscribers or not. It's just not on our radar anyway. And being that I went through what we went through with, bad stuff on YouTube, I could leave YouTube today and it wouldn't matter, because I met so many amazing people,
Yeah.
I can't leave today because I have too many box swaps I'm committed to until December.
you can't leave today.
Right, Susan?
Cameron, when was the video? When did it go up? May the 7th? May the June the 7th?
June.
It
was June.
I think I said August, but I was wrong. Val, it was June the 7th that we did our video. It only posted on Cameron's channel.
It was so cute. I watched the video, and you girls together. It was like kind of like emotional to watch, because you guys have made like a truly like a great like connection through YouTube, and I was just like, oh, I'm not crying.
It was emotional. It was emotional to answer some of the questions, and it was a little emotional because we did a Zoom call and Cameron filmed it, so it was a little emotional doing the call.
Wow, that's very cool. We have to check it out.
I mean, I know for me it was, but.
That's great stuff, though. I mean, and yet, where in the world could you get that nowadays?
Right.
I mean, it's just so unusual, and it's the good byproduct of this whole thing. At the end of the day, I always approach social media or any sort of anything I've ever put out there, whether it's music. It's like I look at it like if I put out something and one person likes it, job done. From my perspective.
Unless you're in YouTube for money, which
and I'm not trying to monetize or anything. but so if I connect with a person or somebody connects with something I've done, I think that was good enough for me. So I didn't anticipate a lot of this.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'll put up a video and I'll get a couple of likes and everything's great.
Yeah.
I didn't anticipate actually meeting people that I actually like.
Yeah. And
which is unusual.
It's really
Didn't
weird.
expect it.
It is
yeah,
weird.
I feel like once you start exchanging phone numbers and you text and you call people, it's like, all right, we're already like, we're not
You
like
get
YouTube friends, we're friends.
Right.
Right.
I said that
You
to
like-
Mary. It's like, why are we still messaging on freaking Instagram or whatever? I was like, I think we've all progressed. Like,
Yeah.
you're at that point where that person's okay. I can actually get to like talk on the phone now.
I know. And like when I talk about you guys with like my family members or like, with my husband, I'll say, oh, Mary or Cameron or Laura. And like, like I don't like, he knows who I'm talking about. Like, oh, my friend,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly true. I mean, it's like, yeah, you're just like, in fact, some of the things you discuss, you probably won't even discuss with a family member.
No, you don't have to say, Melissa's the first person ever about one in my life I've ever done.
Yeah, what about Sisketears? Who is it?
I don't know. I don't know if it's me. I mean, I'm gonna mute myself on.
No. I still hear something.
I don't know. You just been acting weird.
It has been extra staticky today.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But yes, we like Laura, you're the first person that I met. Well, you guys, Laura and Jody from YouTube, and from a little group, which has been awesome. Did you guys
What is
freeze?
it?
Am I frozen?
No.
I think Laura froze, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't know what happened.
Maybe it was them that was having issues.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me try something real quick.
I love that we were like just popping on to talk about pins, and here we
I
have
know.
talked about everything between Funko Pops and comic books and 17 ear changes, and like it's just been so fun.
And
I
then
know.
rounding it out with friends, which is for us what it's all about for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I brought up Dan's post because, like I said, I didn't write anything because I couldn't just pick one person. I would end up with like this ginormous paragraph about all the people that I wanted to include. But I really thought it was great just just mentioning it here because we're all among friends, and I can't wait to meet Mary, who I already feel like I know anyway. So, but yeah, everybody, I'm gonna wait for Laura and Jody to come back so that we can say our goodnights. But
Is that going to happen in August? Maybe are you two going to be able to meet each other in August? Hopefully,
I hope so. The only thing that concerns me a little bit is just all these like restrictions with New Jersey and Florida, and also Dirk's job. So he's in the military, so they have to approve his vacation. And then he was telling me today that with all these cases spiking up in Florida, they might not want him to leave Jersey to go there. So that's another thing that we're kind of like waiting on. So I want to go. So I did change my reservation from Riverside, the hotel, to Caribbean Beach today because we do want to go. The plan is to go, but there are some things that might change the plans, with the restrictions and Dirk's job with the military. So in the end, we kind of also have to wait and see what they're going to say, because if they're like, guess what, you're not going because it's crazy down there, then I guess we're not going. So we'll see, but the plan is to go. I want to go.
If she's there, then I'll
cool.
be there.
And they'll actually give a little time for things to settle down, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how things go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll make a special trip.
Yay!
If she goes to Florida, I'll make a special trip down there.
Yeah, if not, everybody's coming to Jersey to visit me.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
For at least 2 weeks.
No.
for at least
You
2
gotta-
weeks, right?
That's
We
right.
have
You
to
gotta come
stay.
here. Yeah, that's right. You gotta come here. Hopefully, Atlantic City will be open by then. We can go to the casinos, the boardwalk, do
My
something. There you
girlfriend
go.
lives up there. My girlfriend lives in Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
Yeah, we're from Jersey.
Well,
Remember?
there you go. That's backup
Yeah.
plan.
Jersey.
If we
Yeah,
can do
so you-
Florida, we're doing Jersey.
Uh-huh.
Meet us at the Grand Lux in Cherry Hill Mall.
Okay. That's by oh my gosh, I love this restaurant. By oh my gosh, Bahama Breeze, right?
Yeah.
I love Bahama Breeze.
We have
Yeah.
one down here
Yeah, they're
too.
down here.
We love Bahama Breeze too.
Oh, ours
Their
closed
coconut
down.
shrimp is so good.
Actually, I like the ribs too. The ribs are actually pretty good. You know, for Caribbean style rib, it's really good.
Oh
I'll have
yeah,
to-
and like their plantains. Oh my gosh, I love them for like a nap with like the chicken and all that. And the
Mhm.
all right, yeah, I definitely love Bahama Breeze. Yeah, I'll meet you Bahama Breeze. How about that? Not the Grand Lodge.
Okay.
Yeah, Bahama Breeze. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
I was gonna say Monday I have a box swap going up. I forgot about. We have a box swap going up Monday.
Ooh,
And it's Leah from Urban Leah LM,
okay.
and it's a good versus evil box swap. So it's
Oh,
horror
fun.
and villains, not Disney related completely, versus good stuff. So she and I talked about what are good things we like, and then the horror stuff we like. So that is Monday. So Leah's putting up hers the same day and time. We're putting ours up. I think it's at 9 or 10 on Monday.
Yeah, something like that.
But we did like the Elfster things. That thing is awesome. It's like there's no question. You go on Elfster and it's like,
You know what somebody's in.
yeah, I love that.
I don't know how to use it.
What is it? Elfster?
I've heard about it
Elfster?
too, but I don't really know how to use it either.
I haven't even
Like
heard
you
of
sign
it.
up for it and you put all the things that you like up there, Disney related, non-Disney related, and people go up there and they can purchase what you put up there, and then they take it off the list without you knowing it's gone.
It's like a baby registry.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's awesome because you just like when Leah and I decided we were
Change your ears again.
That's awesome. I'll have to look into that then.
I'm
So we did
finishing
all
the
our
night
horror
with these.
stuff up there, too.
Let me make you full screen, Mary. Marie! Oh my gosh!
I'm finishing the night with these ears.
Did
Yes.
Cameron make them? No?
She did.
Cameron made
did,
those?
right?
She did.
Cameron made them.
Oh, that's awesome.
I remember that ear swap. Or,
No,
yeah, it
she
was
just
ear
sent them
swap,
to me.
right? And it was,
Mm-mm.
I remember
Just
seeing
magic
that.
It was just
That's-
magic mail.
That's
They
the
were my-
best way to end the night.
With
They're her
first ears.
first pair. They're her first pair.
Oh, let me put
Right?
you pushing one more time.
Look how awesome they are.
I love it.
Like,
That's a little
I didn't
tuck to
make-
hair.
it
I
took
love
me
that.
forever to learn how to make ears like this. So she's already a pro.
She's being too nice. Just being
No.
nice, guys.
Well, I've never made ears, and I think those look amazing.
They're good quality.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for, everybody in the chat for being here for these 2.5 hours. I feel like time flies.
Holy cow.
Cherie,
Yeah.
I know. Cherie, Val, Susan, Bearded Barbarian, we have the Frog Prince, everybody that was here. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a lot of fun. This is going to be a rotating show. In May, we had it on the Sisketears channel. June, we have it on my channel. And next month, we're going to have it on DayTrippingDisney on Cameron's channel. So we're going to see all of you guys. Then we're going to see all of you guys there next month.
Sounds good. Well, it's been always a pleasure.
Yes.
Yes,
It's always fun.
always.
Yes,
see you.
always fun.
So.
All righty. Well, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.